conversations. I'd rather be in the dugout and help the team win inside here.
Well, we understand the human element of the umpire is a good part of baseball. Isn't it so obvious, though, that this challenge system they got going down in the minor leagues, where you get a few of them, and if you get them right, it takes 2 seconds? Don't you think that's something baseball should look very hard into?
Yeah, they're looking hard, and Rob has done an amazing job the last few years, kind of like, getting this game up to par with the world, right? And it's something that it would happen. To defend the umpires, it's really tough with the stuff that they see on a daily basis. It's getting tougher with the way catchers are taught to present pitches. Yeah. They don't present pitches anymore. They rip it. They catch it and they pull it up. I was watching a game the other day. There was a pitch like 5 inches off the plate, and the guy brought it back to the strike zone. Back in the day, if you dare to do that, it was going to be a long day for that pitcher. And now,
they just expect that now.
Yes, now they just got to call it as they see the timing of this new wave of catching, with the one leg and just ripping it to the strike zone. The pitches down in zone are the ones that change the game, right? If you get those pitches down, you will be very successful. And sometimes, to be honest with you, Will, it's just timing and kind of like having to guess in certain pitches because they don't see it. Right. And it's hard. It's a hard job, but they were the ones that decided to be umpires in the big league level, so they have to deal with it.
Last thing for you, you were eloquent on our air, on the talk show about Larry Lucchino, but just a quick thought. It's beautiful that the day we honor him and mourn him, Red Sox win and the Yankees lose.
Yeah, that's true. He was amazing. He was a winner. He enjoyed that, but I think for him, the fan experience was kind of like second to none, right? What we need to do to get these people to the ballpark and enjoy it. And as you know, Fenway is the best, for, more than 100 years, right? And people enjoy going to Fenway. The other venues that he helped build, they're great too. And he will be missed, but like I said yesterday, is we should celebrate him too, because he had an impact on all of us. He impacted this game that we really love, and he should be a Hall of Famer.
He would have been proud of you yesterday. Fortune favors the bold, as he so often said. Thanks so much, Alex.
Thank you, Will.
That was Alex Cora with our own Will Fleming. You can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. The Subaru of New England Love Spring event is here. You can drive away in a brand new 2024 Subaru. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Coming up, we'll take our look around the major leagues, get you the injury report, and, of course, your starting lineups. The Red Sox and the A's from Oakland coming your way very soon, right after this.
Hey, Brent, love the color. If you had to choose, would you watch paint dry or compare benefits plans?
Compare benefits plans, obviously.
But you know how complicated benefits are, right?
Well, I run payroll with Gusto. Gusto makes it easy to find benefits like medical, dental, and vision for my whole team.
Whoa! Oh, sorry. I'm gonna need new glasses.
Don't worry, you're covered.
Choose benefits without the mess. Visit gusto.com/streaming to sign up for free.
It's March, and that can mean only one thing. The madness is here. Not in front of a TV on game day? Listen to every round of NCAA March Madness live from Westwood One, free in the Odyssey app. Catch all the biggest moments of the tournament, no matter where you are. From Cinderella's,
a 15 seed will head to the Elite Eights,
to buzzer beaters.
Atkinson scores! 1.4 seconds left.
To champions.
For the 4th time!
Search for NCAA March Madness right here in the Odyssey app to get started.
Cup noodles is now in a paper cup. Now easier. Now faster. Now microwavable. The original cup noodles. Same noodles, same great taste. Now in a microwavable paper cup.
Get the one and done you want for your dog's monthly protection. NexGard Plus, Afoxolon or Moxidectin and Pyrantel chewable tablets. Protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. All in one delicious, beef-flavored soft chew. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventive. Ask your vet about NexGard Plus Chews.
Baseball isn't boring.
Let's welcome in Red Sox pitcher Tanner Houck.
I think we're at pretty close to max what the human body can do. Like, I don't know how much more we can really get out of the human body in terms of baseball pitching wise. But now I think you're going to see, people throwing sliders at 20 horizontal at like 88. MLB The Show type stuff.
Baseball isn't boring. Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-700-6898. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898 or biglou.com.
This is Matt Spiegel, and we are off and running with Season 2 of the PBP, Voices of Baseball. The very best play-by-play voices in the game talk about their craft. Hear guests like Joe Davis explain the thought process during baseball's biggest games.
You got to widen the lens. What does this home run mean?
Harper, the swing of his life! Incredible broadcasters sharing great stories from your favorite teams with new episodes weekly. Find us on the Odyssey app or wherever you find podcasts.
COVID-19 has cast a spotlight on the stark inequalities that drive poverty. The poorest communities in the U.S. and around the world are suffering the most. Oxfam believes we can put systems in place to protect health and livelihoods in the future if we work together with dignity and compassion. Learn how you can help offer safety to the most vulnerable and fight for a more resilient future at oxfamamerica.org. Sponsored by Oxfam America.
The good folks at Wendy's have a revolutionary new product for you. Introducing the new Orange Dreamsicle Frosty. It's like a time machine that takes you all the way back to now, the year 2024. It's the classic, creamy, orangey flavor you remember. Dare I say, it's new-timey. It's the flavor you grew up with, just all grown up. Head over to your local Wendy's establishment and get yours while supplies last. The new Orange Dreamsicle Frosty. Here for the now, for now.
Limited time only at participating Wendy's.
Gresh and Fourier, weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Welcome back. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Christian Arcan, and it's time now for the Subaru of New England scoreboard update. It's a Subaru of New England Love Spring event, and it's here. Drive away in a brand new 2024 Subaru. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Taking a look around the majors, there's a couple of games in progress right now. Top of the first inning, Royals and Orioles are scoreless in Baltimore. The Angels in the top of the seventh, leading the Marlins by a score of 6-2. The Twins have now tied it up with the Brewers' 3-3 score in the top of the seventh. Rhys Hoskins with a home run for the Brew Crew in that one. The Rangers lead the Rays by a score of 3-0. That game in the top of the ninth inning. Still to come later on, a 3:40 start time for the Yankees and the D-backs in Arizona. Carlos Rodon and Merrill Kelly are your starting pitchers in that one. A 4:05 start for the Reds and the Phillies. Frankie Montas and Zach Wheeler will be the starters. Guardians and the Mariners get going at 4:10 as Logan Allen and George Kirby take the hill. Cardinals and the Padres, a 4:10 start time in San Diego for Zach Thompson and Joe Musgrove. Pirates and the Nationals, a 6:45 start in D.C. with Mitch Keller and Trevor Williams getting the start. Rockies and the Cubs get going at 7:40 at Wrigley. Cal Quantrill and Luke Little, your starters there. Blue Jays and Astros, an 8:10 start time in Houston. Chris Bassett, Christian Javier are your two starting pitchers. And finally, the Giants and the Dodgers, a 10:10 start time out in L.A. Kyle Harrison and Tyler Glasnow will be getting the start in that one. Time now to see who's in the tub. It's the injury update presented by New England Spas. Create your own home paradise with a soothing new hot tub, swim spa, sauna, or cold plunge from New England Spas, the home relaxation specialist. Visit New England Spas in Natick, Norwell, Auburn, or soon in Warwick. Online at any SpaWorldSpas.com. I'll be honest with you, folks, there's not a whole heck of a lot of injury news to tell you about, but I can tell you this. Alex Cora yesterday, or Monday, I should say, said that Vaughn Grissom, who was acquired in the Chris Sale trade and who was dealing with both a groin strain and a hamstring strain, along with Rob Refsnyder, who has a fractured toe, will both be at Fenway on April 9th to be part of the home opener festivities. Both players have been in Fort Myers getting ready. Cora says he hopes that the two righties can start their minor league rehab assignments as soon as possible after that. Grissom, who was acquired for Chris Sale, was expected to be the opening day second baseman for the Red Sox before he was derailed by injuries. Refsnyder is a important piece against lefties. Cora said he texted with them on Monday that they feel good, they're going about their business, and they should join us for the home opener. And from there, I don't know where we go. Hopefully games for both of them. Also, as you saw yesterday, Kenley Jansen available. He pitched in the 9th or the 10th inning. I forget what it was last night. But he was out there, and he will be available going forward, as it appears now, just despite the back tightness that he had that kept him out of that Seattle series. So there you go. There is your injury report. And without any further ado, let's get to our Herb Chambers starting lineups. Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars. We help people buy them. And here is what it's going to look like for the Red Sox, who will be getting first ups as the away team. Jaron Duran leading off in left field, followed by Rafael Devers at third base. Trevor Story in the 3 spot. At shortstop, Tristan Casas will bat cleanup and play first base. Your DH is Masataka Yoshida batting 5th, followed by the hero of last night, Ceddanne Rafaela, who had that great catch in center field. That's where he'll be again today. Emmanuel Valdez at second base, batting 7th. Reese McGuire doing the catching, and Wilyer Abreu will bat 9th and play right field behind the starter, Nick Pivetta. Over on the Oakland side, it's Ryan Noda leading off and playing first base, followed by Zach Geloff, the second baseman. J.J. Blade, who drove in some runs yesterday, will be playing center field and batting 3rd. Your cleanup hitter is J.D. Davis over at third base. He'll be followed by Seth Brown in the 5-hole playing right field. Brent Rooker, your DH, batting 6th. Doing the catching is Kyle McCann batting 7th, then Tyler Nevin in the 8th spot in left field, followed by Nick Allen at shortstop, all behind the Oakland starter, Russ Stripling. So there you go. Those are your starting lineups, brought to you once again by Herb Chambers, as the Red Sox here look to complete this sweep and head to Anaheim with a record of 5-2. We wait until another week, just under a week now, before they come back to Fenway Park, and it would be nice to see this team come back to Fenway Park with a nice big winning record here, which is something they certainly are capable of doing against Oakland and, frankly, against the Angels as well. They don't get a real big test until Baltimore comes around, as I talked about with Lou Merlone here just a few minutes ago. The Baltimore Orioles, who will be your opening day opponents, and a 3-game set that will span from Tuesday until Thursday of next week. But in the meantime, the West Coast road trip rolls on. The final game ever for the Red Sox at the Oakland Coliseum, a place that has lots of great memories. Lou mentioned some of them. I'll never forget Derek Lowe doing his little celebration chop there after striking out. I want to say, I forget who he struck out. I wish I could remember that. I can't remember who it was, but I do remember he struck somebody out to win that game. Was it Eric Chavez? I don't think it was, but it was somebody on that team. A good Oakland A's team with Chavez and Tejada and all those pitchers that he mentioned, Mulder and Zito, and those guys, a very, very strong team there, and some great memories against the A's over the years. I remember back in the 90s, those Dave Henderson games, certainly the Bash brothers with Jose Canseco and Mark McGuire, and all the havoc that they wreaked against Red Sox pitching when I was a kid. It's been a long time and a lot of games here with these Oakland A's, and, they're moving away at some point going to Vegas. Who knows where they're going to be in the meantime. But, this is it. The final game for the Red Sox in the Oakland Coliseum. Who'd have thought that this day would ever come? Anyway, there you go. You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Christian Arcand. Hang tight. Red Sox are in action next right here on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Proudly brought to you by Mass Mutual. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Your car's dings, faded paint, and scratches aren't going to fix themselves. At Maaco, paint damage repair is as easy as book, quote, fix. Come to Maaco to refresh your ride with a paint and collision repair backed by our best price guarantee. Better get Maaco.
Get the one and done you want for your dog's monthly protection. NexGard Plus, Afoxolon or Moxidectin and Pyrantel chewable tablets. Protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. All in one delicious, beef-flavored soft chew. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventive. Ask your vet about NexGard Plus Chews.
Hey, it's Fitzy from Six Rings and Football Things. It's not just a podcast, it's the 25th hour of the day. Your weekly source for all things New England Patriots, right on time. Your time. In the car, navigate the streets of the NFL offseason with wisdom in your ear. We accompany every errand you need to run. Washing the windows or vacuuming the carpets? Don't just clean, conquer. Podcasts make you more productive because we fit perfectly into your schedule. Follow Six Rings and Football Things in the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's March, and that can mean only one thing. The madness is here. Not in front of a TV on game day? Listen to every round of NCAA March Madness live from Westwood One, free in the Odyssey app. Catch all the biggest moments of the tournament, no matter where you are. From Cinderellas,
a 15 seed will head to the Elite Eights,
to buzzer beaters.
Atkinson scores! 1.4 seconds left.
To champions.
For the fourth time!
Search for NCAA March Madness right here in the Odyssey app to get started.
Breathing Claritin Clear is like a rose of a rose. I could sniff just you all day. This one smells like a red. It is a red.
Is he Claritin Clear? Yeah.
Claritin D combines two powerful ingredients for double-action relief from allergy symptoms and nasal congestion, so you can breathe better. Available behind your local pharmacy counter without a prescription. Use as directed. Live Claritin Clear.
Hi folks, Joe Giacalone here, owner of Arch Painting, and it's time for you to get your game on. Are you ready to experience the ultimate slam dunk for your walls? Welcome to Arch Painting, where every stroke of our brush is a winning shot for your home or business. Want fast break service? We'll get your project done swiftly and efficiently, just like your favorite team on the court. Want an all-star team? Our skilled painters are the MVPs of the painting world, ensuring a top-notch finish every time. Want championship quality? Whether it's a small touch-up or a full-court paint job, we deliver winning results that stand the test of time. Don't let your walls sit on the sidelines. Let Arch Painting transform your space into a champion-worthy masterpiece. For a free estimate, give us a call at 1-844-ARCH-PAINTING or visit us online at archpainting.com.
Your vision brought to life. Arch Painting. Your vision brought to life.
Getting your biggest tax refund from Jackson Hewitt can lead to some spirited reactions.
Jackson Hewitt!
Jackson Hewitt is so sure they'll get you your biggest refund that if they don't, you get your money back plus $100.
Jackson Hewitt!
Switch to Jackson Hewitt and we'll beat what you paid last year, even if you filed online. Ain't nothing to it. Switch to Jackson Hewitt and pay less for tax prep, guaranteed. Proof of prior year payment required when filing. New clients only at participating locations through April 7th. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
Pluto TV has over 300 channels and thousands of TV shows and movies for whatever mood you're in. Just open the app and something good will already be playing because it's curated by people who love TV as much as you do. So if you're in the mood for comedy, there's 18 channels that'll make you laugh. Looking for drama? We got so much of it, you'll cry tears of joy. Reality shows, game shows, sports, Star Trek, and even more Star Trek. No matter what mood you're in, there's something on Pluto TV. Just download the app and start streaming. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
This is...
And the Boston Red Sox are the world champions.
Red Sox baseball.
And it is good!
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For the first time in 86 years.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
Holy cow!
110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right. Arbella, gear for baseball fans, here for good. Brought to you by AZEK Exteriors. Visit www.azekexteriors.com. Mike's Amazing, the official mayo and mustard of the Boston Red Sox.
And it's gone!
Citgo. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Sponsored by DigSafe. Call 811 before you dig or visit digsafe.com. Drains by James. Eastern Massachusetts leader in drain cleaning and pipelining.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars. We help people buy them. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Hire Morgan & Morgan. America's largest injury law firm. Cars for kids. Old car giving you problems? Why not donate it? Call 1-877-CARS-4-KIDS today. Northern Bank. New England Ford. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Looking up, grand slam!
Sponsored by Sherwin-Williams. The Sherwin-Williams Pro Plus program helps you manage and grow your paint business. Sponsored by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop NissanUSA.com. Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Swinging a drive to left field. There are a couple runs. Way gone.
Subaru of New England. Love spring in the all-wheel drive 2024 Subaru Forester. Verizon, the network Boston relies on.
Long gone into the monster seats.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Lou Merlone.
On an overcast Wednesday afternoon in the East Bay of Northern California, we welcome you to another radio production of Boston Red Sox baseball. Today, the Sox, maybe for the final time ever at the Oakland Coliseum, looking for a 3-game sweep and a chance to surge on this West Coast swing. They'll have Nick Pivetta, who was brilliant in his debut this season and who has owned the Oakland Athletics on the mound today, and he'll be opposed by the longtime journeyman Ross Stripling. Sox had a thrilling 11-inning win last night to set the stage for a possible sweep here today. Along with Lou Merlone, I'm Will Fleming, and Lou, this is the way it's supposed to go in this ballpark, the way that the A's have constructed their club, the way their franchise is heading. But it was a little harrowing, exciting, thrilling, and a very significant win, it felt like, last night right here in Oakland.
Yeah, it's one of those series where you come in here, you got to respect the game, you got to respect this level, and respect the opponent you're playing. And then when you walk out of here with 3 games, you can say whatever you want on the plane, right? Because last night was an example of it. Listen, they still, Blade with a 2-run home run, Langoliers with a 2-run homer. You had Brooker's got 30 last year. J.D. Davis is a guy that pops 20. So, yeah, they're not a very good team. There's no doubt about it, but when this game starts, you got to respect it and hopefully come out here with a W and do what you really should do is sweep this club.
Pivetta is ready down in the exposed right field bullpen. He had one of his most dominant outings of the entire season a year ago here. We'll tell you all about that and give you his full numbers against the team that he likes pitching against more than any in the major leagues. The umpires have marched out. Lineup cards coming out in just a moment. We'll get to that in a second, but first, today's national anthem is brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com. You'll find stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers helping bring the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
At this time, fans, please rise of evil and remove your caps for our national anthem as performed by Allison Mathieson. Take it away.
Oh, say, can you see by your dawn's early light what so proudly revealed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran away, the bombs bursting in air.
Well, nice job on the national anthem and a pretty typical day game crowd here at the Oakland Coliseum as Ross Stripling has seen a lot of the Red Sox, primarily with the Toronto Blue Jays. He's on the mound beginning his warm-up tosses for the Athletics. Time now for the Morgan & Morgan starting lineups, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. It's a day off for Tyler O'Neill, so the Red Sox stick with Jarren Duran in the leadoff spot. He's in left field. He has been an on-base machine in this series. He leads off, and then there's Devers right behind him. Raffy, the third baseman, batting second. The red hot suddenly, Trevor Story is the shortstop. He bats third. Tristan Casas is in the cleanup spot. He's at first base, and then Masataka Yoshida, who's looked very good at the plate of late. He's the DH, batting fifth. Cedar Rafaela saved the game with his glove last night. He's in center field again today, and he bats sixth ahead of Enmanuel Valdez, who was very good defensively. Had some good ABs in that long marathon ball game here last night. He's at second base, batting seventh. Reese McGuire, he bats eighth and catches, speaking of hot with the bat. And then there's Wilyer Abreu looking to get it going with the bat. He's in right field, batting ninth. Brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. Throw goes down. We know Stripling very well, Lou. He's made a ton of starts, a baker's dozen of them, against the Boston Red Sox. Kind of a mixed bag. He's at his best when he's commanding both sides. He tries to trick you more than overpower you, and the Red Sox should have a good opportunity for the sweep here today.
Yeah, it's not the electric stuff that we've been accustomed to seeing, even last night, but still that kid Mason Miller out of the pen, certainly not Seattle staff, so kind of stay patient, get him on the plate. He will throw strikes. He doesn't walk many guys, but it's a guy they can get.
Here is Duran, who swings at the first pitch and misses, and we're underway. A little bit ahead of schedule, 12:37. Good thing we're such punctual people.
That's how we do it.
Here's the 0-1 to Duran, and it's fouled straight back. I don't think I've ever seen that. A big league game starting this far ahead of the scheduled first pitch.
Hey.
Actually, you know what? That is the scheduled first
12:37.
pitch. 12:37.
Weird time.
Why not? 0-2 to Duran, who's been on base 7 of his 10 plate appearances here. The pitch is in the dirt. There's that slider from Stripling.
Yeah, Stripling's fastball is going to be 90-92, a little four-seamer, can sink it a little bit. There's that slider, changeup, and you'll mix in the curveball and split, but for the most part, it's three-pitch dominant.
Here's another one that's low. Good take by Duran, who brings a 393 on base into this ball game. He's been a terror on the base path with 6 steals.
It's an element that was missing in Seattle, right? Getting him on base, getting things going.
2-2. Swing and a foul back. That was an elevated fastball, probably out of the zone. So Stripling in his 9th big league year with his 4th team. Last year he was across the bay with the Giants. Had a good start against the Red Sox with the San Francisco club. The 2-2 is ripped toward left field, and it is going to be caught. No, it's dropped out in left field by Nevin. He went into a foot-first slide. It hit his glove, and he couldn't handle it. That should be scored a hit. Duran again is aboard.
Yeah, and they're going to give that a hit, and this is something that we've seen, unfortunately, from the Red Sox last year, a big league play that needs to be made that goes for a hit. And I tell you, the A's played a clean game last night. They made 5 errors the night before and lead this league in errors. Clean game, but that ball's got to be caught, even though it goes down as a hit.
Well, Duran 6 for 6 on steals. He's got a huge lead. Here's Devers, who takes a strike on the outside corner. Raffy has not had a good time here in Oakland. He's 1 for 9 with a couple of walks. Red hot to start this season. He's had good at-bats. Just come up empty here in Oakland. 0-1 to Devers. Duran leads. Over at first, not going. The pitch is inside. And it's 1-1. Devers against Stripling. You'll not be surprised to know. Great numbers. 8 for 22. Has not yet homered off of him. Sox going for a 3-game sweep here in Oakland. Duran leading at first. The 1-1 is outside. Good take. And that's so critical against Stripling. He wants you to chase the marginal pitches just off the plate.
And that's good for Devers, too. I felt like I think he saw the ball better in Seattle, ironically, against better pitching. He's a little more free swinging here in this series. I like that take, though.
Look out here, the 2-1. Swing and a chopper on the right side. Duran watches the baseball go by. They spin and throw to second for 1, and that's a good decision. They cut down the speed at second in Duran, and on a soft chopper, Devers is aboard at first with one down.
Yeah, we've seen a lot since we've come here, like a couple of those slow rollers down there, and you just wonder. I know he's got that shoulder issue because in spring training and even in Seattle, he was so locked into left center, and now all of a sudden we're starting to see pull happiness. Starting to see some rollovers and a different kind of swing from him. You wonder if that shoulder's starting to affect him.
Here is the red-hot Trevor Story. The pitch to him is a strike on the outside corner. He got it going with 2 hits in the finale. In Seattle did Trevor. And here in Oakland, 4 for 9, 3 doubles, 4 driven in, and really hitting the ball with authority. Tristan Casas is having a conversation on deck. Here's the pitch. It's fouled straight back. That's the least surprising development of the day. Well, maybe the fact that he did his pregame yoga with a shirt on earlier today.
Maybe a little chilly for Tristan.
Overcast.
Yeah, not maybe getting the sun he would have liked. I was surprised he had his shirt on.
Vitamin D in short supply here today. 0-2 to Story, who's really started to swing it. He made a couple more spectacular defensive plays last night. Red Sox and the A's just underway on a gray day in the Bay. 0-2, up and in. I'm starting to change my calculus a little bit with Durant. It obviously depends on the time from the pitcher, and Stripling's pretty quick to the plate, but the old adage that you're in scoring position at first base with Devers, I think it's worth another look at that. He's so good. The pitch is ripped up the middle, but caught it short, and it could be a double play, and it is. Devers not reacting well back to the bag at all. Trevor hit that one hard, but the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the first. Nick Pivetta with no score to the mound in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Your car's dings, faded paint, and scratches aren't going to fix themselves. At Mako, paint damage repair is as easy as book, quote, fix. Come to Mako to refresh your ride with a paint and collision repair backed by our best price guarantee. Better get Mako.
Baseball isn't boring.
Let's welcome in Red Sox pitcher Tanner Houck.
I think we're at pretty close to max what the human body can do. I don't know how much more we can really get out of the human body in terms of baseball pitching wise. But now I think you're gonna see, people throwing sliders at 20 horizontal at 88. MLB The Show type stuff.
Baseball isn't boring. Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Baseball is back, basketball is heating up, and the NFL Draft is right around the corner. Listen to the latest on the teams you love with the free Odyssey app. The biggest sports radio stations in the country, providing unrivaled local coverage of their teams, all in one place. Exclusive interviews with players, coaches, and team executives, streaming live and always available on demand. Stay in the know with your favorite teams with Odyssey, AUDACY. Download the free Odyssey app today.
Hi, this is Tristan Casas. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Well, Nick Pivetta is in his happy place on the mound here in the Oakland Coliseum, where he has been dominant. First hitter for the A's is Ryan Noda. Nick throws, and Noda swings over the top of a fastball from Nick. He did not throw many of those in Seattle. Sweeper, happy, and why not? Had a shutout for 6 innings till J.P. Crawford got him. Solo homer. That was the only run of the game. The 0-1 is high from Pivetta. The numbers are outrageous lately overall for Nick, but particularly here in Oakland and against the A's. He's made 3 appearances here, 2 of them starts. Last year, 6 1/3 relief innings, 13 strikeouts. 1-1 the pitch. That's in there for a strike on the outside corner. In 5 outings, he's 5-0 with a .82 ERA.
Pretty good.
No runs in his last 20 innings here in this ballpark. Absolutely outrageous. 1-2. Pivetta has been a bulldog on the mound of late. 1-2 pitch. Fouled off on the third base side into the seats, and it stays 1-2.
Well, 4 pitches into it, we've seen a curveball and 4 fastballs. You mentioned the fastball usage. Last year he threw his 4-seamer 51% of the time, and against Seattle it was down to 29. A lot of sweepers, curveballs, cutters.
1-2. First one inside near the knees. That was a cutter, and it's 2-2. The sun comes out for the first time. Right, notice seen Pivetta 4 times and struck out 3. Nick, really, since he introduced that cutter last May, has been about the most dominant guy in the game. 2-2 the pitch. There's a foul back. There's another cut fastball in on the hands. As Alex Cora told us before the game, he's a man on the mission. No purpose from the day he arrived in spring training. Sox did not score in the top of the first. Now Noda, Geloff, and Blade. For Oakland, suddenly in bright sunshine, the 2-2. High drive into deep right field. Abreu, though, has it in front of the warning track. He's there to make the play. And that is one away. That was a curveball that was sort of there for the taking, but Noda missed it. Exhale, and there's one away.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Nick. It's like, the first 2 years in Boston was a 4.5 ERA, and it'd be great for a month, but it was just kind of people almost feel like that's just who he was. And the reality is something's tangibly different about him, right? The sweeper, it's no longer north-south, it's east-west. The sweeper makes all the difference in the world. He introduced it at the end of May, 3.14 ERA the rest of the way. That was 9th in baseball. He's just a different pitcher now.
Here's Zach Geloff. There's another curveball that's in there. He's leaning on that early. That's strike one. So, okay, since May 28th when he introduced the sweeper, among pitchers within 100 innings or more, his strikeout rate is number 1 in the game.
Yeah.
The 0-1, that's a fastball rip foul down the right field side, 95 miles an hour. His whip, the walks and hits per inning, 2nd in baseball. Average against, 2nd. And the 7th best ERA. He's just been a monster. 0-2, he's not yet thrown a sweeper, the pitch. There's one that's on one hop to shortstop. Story has it. Gloves, throws to first in time. And they're 2 down. I do think, Lou, that this is the second start in the second pass in the rotation. We saw it with Bayo. And whether it's the matchup with the A's or just a little cat and mouse, they are mixing different pitches in their second starts than they did their first.
Yeah, no, there's no question about it. And already kind of coming with more fastballs. A couple cutters, couple curveballs, but showing 95.
Here's J.J. Bleday, who's looked really good to start this season. Hit a homer last night, his 2nd home run in as many years against Brian Bayo. The Herb Chambers batting order in this inning brought to you by Herb Chambers, Audi Burlington, and Audi Brookline. 0-1 with 2 down. The pitch fouled off on the third base side. Casas, the first baseman. Valdez at second. As you know, Story at short. Raffy's at third. Rafaela, who was just brilliant last night in center field with Duran in left and Abreu in right. Reese McGuire down to a knee behind the plate. The 0-2 in the dirt. Another curveball. Then it's 1-2.
Yeah, Bayo, ironically, at the end of the night, the numbers were almost identical for usage in his first outing. Already you could see Pivetta kind of wanting to challenge this lineup more with the fastball than he did against Seattle.
1-2. That's outside. And to me, that changed a little bit as Bayo got hit. He kind of shied away from his strengths later in that game. Although, talking to Red Sox people today, they really were positive about it. They thought he just made 2 mistakes.
Yeah, his stuff was much better yesterday in control, more swing and miss.
2-2. Just inside. Sweeper, and a good one, but a better take by Blade, and it's 3-2. Just amazing what this pitcher has done in this ballpark. Spectacular stuff. 3-2, the pitch. Swinging a little looper into shallow right field. Long run for Abreu, and Willier can't get there. It actually shoots past him. Rafaela backs it up and trying to throw to second. He bobbles it. And I think that will be scored a double for Blade, even though the Red Sox had a couple of chances to hold him at first.
Yeah, that's a tough double. The problem is I don't know who to give the error to.
They just announced it. It's going to Rafaela, which to me is really tough when you have to back up a play that wasn't made in front of you.
No, Abreu runs in front of this ball and kind of gets too close. And rather than catching it scoots by him. To me, there's the error. Now, Rafaela's behind him. He tries to help him recover, but he bobbles it, and he gets the error because Abreu missed it.
Here's J.D. Davis, and a high pop-up into shallow center field. The error will not matter. Rafaela is under to make the play. I think that'll be revisited. We go to the second inning. No score on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Network.
Got dings, dents, scratches, or faded paint? Mako's got you covered. Refresh your ride with your refund during our tax season event because your car deserves to shine. Head to Mako.com to schedule your estimate today. Better get Mako.
Sox
fans, the boys of summer are back, and the future is here.
Casas absolutely obliterated that ball.
Jaron Duran leading off with a home run.
With the free Odyssey app, you can catch every Devers blast with Hall of Fame Joe on the call.
Another opposite field home run for Raffy Devers.
Your soundtrack to summer is on Boston Sports Original with every Sox game live on the Odyssey app with WEEI. Download it today. AUDACY. Live games available for fans in market only.
Baseball isn't boring.
Let's welcome in Red Sox pitcher Tanner Houck.
I think we're at pretty close to max what the human body can do. I don't know how much more we can really get out of the human body in terms of baseball pitching wise. But now I think you're gonna see, people throwing sliders at 20 horizontal at 88. MLB The Show type stuff.
Baseball isn't boring. Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Once again, it looks like Herb Chambers has an exceptional lineup this season. The automotive hometown hero offers the largest selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs in New England. With so many Herb Chambers dealership locations featuring 35 brands, you'll find the exact vehicle you're looking for. Choose from thousands of different new and pre-owned vehicles. And at Herb Chambers, you always get more for your trade. Because at Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars. We help people buy them. Visit herbchambers.com to view our entire inventory today.
Hey, it's Liam Hendricks. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Tristan Casas to lead it off for the Red Sox as we go into the top of the second. No score. Casas, Yoshida, and Rafael in the Herb Chambers batting order. Brought to you by Herb Chambers, Lexus of Sharon and Lexus of Hingham. The pitch to Tristan. A little bit outside, ball one. Talking to him before the game, I said, how many at-bats do you think you're going to have taken away from you by umpires? He laughed. And actually, he's got such a good head on his shoulders. The 1-0 is a strike. And he sort of echoed what Alex Cora told me in the pregame, which is it's just hard for these umpires these days. They sometimes don't see the low pitch, and catchers have gotten so good bringing it up to make it look like a strike. The 1-1 is high in the air into center field. Blade started back now in a couple steps off the end of the bat. And there's one away.
Yeah, they've gotten him a couple of times now, but you're right. You've been down to spring training. You see these catchers. I mean, they got all these contraptions, but they're all working on the low one, right? The glove's in the basically in the dirt, and the pitch is just down, and they're bringing it up. So it's hard to see it.
Here's Yoshida, who doubled as a pinch hitter last night, and he takes a fastball for a strike. Masa's been on base in all of his 8 games. I think he looks very balanced and comfortable at the plate. Quite sunny now here in the East Bay. The 0-1 is high with a fastball. The Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. For every strikeout from a Sox pitcher, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Here for the Jimmy Fund, and here for good. Masa 5 for 20, but a bunch of walks to start the year. The 1-1 misses outside. And it's 1-1.
Yeah, Masa so far is the classic, just one a day, right? Getting a knock here and there, staying afloat, drawing 3 walks. Got a couple of doubles. Pinch hit one last night. Was beautiful.
2-1. High fly into left field. Off balance swing there. The left fielder, Nevin, with the shades on, is there to make the play. Another 2 down. Hitters, is that a pretty good motto? A hit a day keeps the panic away?
Yeah, well, especially the first week. Everything is so emotional. In the first week, everybody jumps on small samples. These guys have 600 at-bats a year, and everybody looks at the first 15 or 20, whether he's a good player or not.
Here's Cedon, who's 4 for his first 19, and he takes outside for a ball. Ball that he caught in center field last night had an expected batting average, for whatever that's worth, of .840. And he just outran it. 1-0 the pitch. High pop-up. A lot of fly balls early in this one for the Red Sox. This will be handled on the right side by the second baseman Geloff, and very quickly, the Sox down in the top of the second. Quickly, Pavetta back to work. No score in Oakland. Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Network.
Breathing Claritin Clear is like
a rose of a rose. I could sniff just you all day. This one smells like a red. It is a red.
Is he Claritin Clear? Yeah.
Claritin D combines 2 powerful ingredients for double action relief from allergy symptoms and nasal congestion, so you can breathe better. Available behind your local pharmacy counter without a prescription. Use as directed. Live Claritin Clear.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
Fight pain with the legendary herbal power of Tiger Balm. Trusted for over 100 years, Tiger Balm tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so you can rise above pain and get back to living. Learn more at tigerbalm.com.
Hey everyone, this is Brett Boone. Would you know it? I've got a podcast going strong in our 4th year. Tune in as I sit down with my friends, some of the biggest names in sports, media, entertainment, for a lot of fun and in-depth conversations. As you know, baseball's been my life. It's been in the family for a long time, but it's a lot more than that here. It's sort of like taking a ride in a golf cart around a beautiful track. Join me every week for multiple episodes on the Brett Boone Podcast, available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, this is Vaughn Grissom. You're listening to Home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Hoping to see Vaughn Grissom with the Red Sox before too long, although Valdez and Pablo have been really good as Seth Brown swings and misses. And a slider at the top of the zone. And it's 0-1. The hit that Bleday had in the first inning, a little dunker in front of Abreu, the first the A's have in this ballpark against Pivetta in 10 innings. Here's a swing and a miss and a big four-seamer. It's been a weapon early, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, I like it. Just sort of attacking. He's already thrown 8 of them up in that 40% range. Remember, like I said, he threw 29% four-seamers against Seattle.
0-2.
It's way low.
There's a sweeper that misses. Hey, our first sound of the drums here that became such an institution in Oakland. So it's sort of amazing they're here. Anybody, really. 1-2 to Seth Brown. Pivetta throws. And he misses high with a fastball, 2-2. That's the shame about this whole deal, that they've let the franchise run amok, fall into total disrepair. It's never been a quintessentially classic ballpark, certainly nothing modern about it. 2-2 is a little looper into center field. Rafaela is the human eraser, and on the run to the right, he's there to make the play. And there's 2 down, but, I mean, they had great, loyal fans here.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, in this 1 mile radius right here, for 3 decades, they had the A's, the Raiders, and the Warriors, and in 12 months, they'll have none of them.
Yeah, it's all going away. I remember playing this team in the playoffs. This place was crazy. Packed, loud.
Brent Rooker, right-handed hitter, has had a good series, takes inside for ball 1. And I mean, look, the Giants have the bright, shiny ballpark across the bay. They won 3 World Series in the 2010s. The A's have a totally different fan base and one that was rabid. They had been beaten down. The 1-0 is a beautiful sweeper in there for a strike, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, 0-3 series here. Derek Lowe closing it out. Wasn't never fun because of the pitching staff they always had.
I'd say 1-1 the pitch. Outside. I mean, that was the thing about the Billy Beane Moneyball era with Hudson and Mulder and Zito and Tejada and Chavez and so many others.
Giambi, and somehow it was all about Bradford and Hatteberg. They had some pretty good players, too, by the way.
They did indeed, but they just never could break through in the playoffs. 2-1 to Brent Rooker. There's a pitch that misses high. Sweeper, and it's 3-1.
Great movie, though.
Lost to the Yankees so many times. Even lost a series to the Twins. You mentioned the loss, 3 to the Red Sox. And that feels like a long way off from now. 3-1 with 1 down in the bottom of the second. We're scoreless. The Red Sox and the Athletics. Pitch is swung on and missed. Good cut fastball, and it's 3-2. League leaders and who's circling the drain, presented by Drains by James, Eastern Mass's leader in residential and commercial drain cleaning and pipelining. Backed up on the infield to 3-2. Fouled off. Well, Anthony Volpe leads the American League with a .529 batting average. That was before the game today. The Yankees are in Arizona, underway. Juan Soto third best at .417, and Oswaldo Cabrera .409. So they got 3 in the top 5. 3-2 to Brent Rooker. Pitch popped up just to my right. Now to play in the count. Stays full. It drains by James. They give a poop about your pipes. Bobby Witt Jr. slugging .950. Yandy Diaz has had an incredible start. That's actually Yainer Diaz for the Houston Astros. 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with a cut fastball. There is Pavetta's first strikeout of the ballgame, brought to you by Northern Bank, and they're 2 away.
You know, there was so much made of, like, you know, everybody spinning it. Pavetta kind of came out game 2 because he just didn't throw his fastball all that much. It was really a lot of sweepers, curveballs, and cutters. What's lost in it all is how he pounded the zone with it. Threw 79% strike rate on his sweeper against Seattle.
Here's Kyle McCann, left-handed hitting catcher. He takes a curveball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
You know, we talk about getting ahead, and, you know, can they sustain sweeping it, throwing the ball, breaking the ball? But a lot of times you can't get ahead and you end up having to give in. So far, not so much.
Here is another one that misses outside with a fastball. That is 1-1.
So he threw 79% strike rate in his first start with his sweeper, 75% strike rate with his curveball, and 63% with his cutter.
Here's a foul ball off the end of the bat, 1-2.
I mean, it was actually the fastball hit the lowest strike percentage. So he's filling the zone, and Cutter Crawford did something very similar the next night in Seattle, where it might be a lot of spin, but they're pounding strikes, getting ahead with it.
He's got a Brian McCann beard as a catcher, but no relation. He misses outside, does Pavetta, and it's 2-2. They look somewhat similar, to be honest, but they're not brothers. 2 down in the second. Pavetta trying to breeze on through.
They do look a lot alike.
Here's the pitch. Curveball low. And the count is full. Pavetta, who so often can be dominant and efficient, has needed 35 pitches, and we're just in the second inning. A lot of curveballs here today against the A's.
Yeah, that one there was a good layoff by McCann, actually.
Looks like a good day to hit. The wind appears to be howling out. The pitch is high, ball 4. He lost him with the cutter. That will frustrate Nick. Particularly that 2-2 curveball for a ball that sort of set the table. We're kind of enclosed in here, Lou. I mean, it's this massive bowl with the wall of seats out in the outfield. But, I mean, anywhere there are flags that are exposed, they are taut and out to center and right.
Yeah, you can see that, too. Really blowing out towards right field, left field to right field, really.
Here's Tyler Nevin. Swing and a miss. Did you ever have a hard time playing here? Did you like it?
I didn't like it. And I don't know if it was just a visual, the feeling. It felt like it took forever to walk to the plate and just, you know. You like the stadium kind of on top of you. You're always playing in the middle of a field.
0-1 is in the dirt.
Like, you know what I mean? Like an open field. And it had this like weird feeling when you stepped up to the plate. You kind of like it in a box, like in just a small little area with the fans on top of you.
There's so much foul territory here.
Yeah.
1-1 with 2 down and a runner at first. No score. Pitch on the ground up the middle. The shortstop. Story flips the easy way to second to Valdez. And the inning is over. Red Sox coming to bat in the third. Valdez, McGuire, and Abreu. 0-0. Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Network.
Got dings, dents, scratches, or faded paint? Mako's got you covered. Refresh your ride with your refund during our tax season event because your car deserves to shine. Head to Mako.com to schedule your estimate today. Better get Mako.
Sox fans, the boys of summer are back, and the future is here.
Casas absolutely obliterated that ball.
Jarren Duran leading off with a home run.
With the free Odyssey app, you can catch every Devers blast with Hall of Fame Joe on the call.
Another opposite field home run for Raffy Devers.
Your soundtrack to summer is on Boston Sports Original with every Sox game live on the Odyssey app with WEEI. Download it today. AUDACY. Live games available for fans in market only.
Baseball isn't boring.
Let's welcome in Red Sox pitcher Tanner Houck.
I think we're at like pretty close to like max, like what the human body can do. I don't know how much more we can really get out of the human pitching wise, but now I think you're going to see, people throwing sliders at 20 horizontal at like 88. MLB The Show type stuff.
Baseball isn't boring. Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Hey, it's Joe.
It's a very good time to shop at Shaw's and Star Market during the Berry Bonanza. Buy 2, get 1 free. Yes, that's right. Today through Thursday, pick up 1 pound strawberries, pint blueberries, 6-ounce raspberries, or blackberries. Buy 2, get 1 free. Lowest priced item is free. Short on time? Order ahead for free curbside pickup or get delivery. Hurry in and save during this bountiful Berry Bonanza. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of...
You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
And Manuel Valdez to lead it off for the Red Sox in the third. No score after 2. Lee Valdez, then Reese McGuire, and Wilyer Abreu. Stripling throws, and Manuel takes a strike at the top of the zone. And the Herb Chambers batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers Mercedes-Benz of Boston, Natick, and flagship motor cars of Linfield. The 0-1 fouled off. Big rip from Valdez, and it's 0-2.
I think I'm going to stand up here for this inning. I got to change the energy, Will. There's about 14 people in this ballpark. It's a day game. You're in the middle of a West Coast trip.
Yeah.
We got to kind of pick up the energy here a little bit because Stripling, it kind of tries to trick you. Just get some good at-bats. Get on top of the ball a little more.
0-2, a little bit high. Yeah, you do create your own energy in this ballpark. The Angels have just beaten the Marlins 10-2 to sweep Miami. They head home in first place in the AL West. They'll welcome the Sox on Friday. Here, Valdez takes outside, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, 4-2. They might have won 4 straight.
Did you see the ball that Mike Trout hit yesterday?
I can only imagine.
475 feet. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reese out on deck to pitch. Swing and a miss. A foul tip that catcher McCann hangs on to, and Valdez is gone.
Little changeup, well located by Stripling. And I tell you, he's on a little bit of run versus this Red Sox team. Now, his last 5 games versus the Red Sox, he's 2-0 with a 2.08 ERA. That's 26 innings, too. That's not a couple.
There's a lot of this. Here's McGuire, who's been great. He takes the ball outside. Yankees trailing early. D-backs 1, Yanks nothing. Subaru of New England scoreboard. The Subaru of New England Love Spring event is here. Tripling works fast. The 1-0 high to McGuire, ball 2.
Yeah, and I like the way Cora's using these 2 guys right now because Reese is really swinging it well. To me, they're interchangeable. Reese, can hit lefties, he can hit righties. Same thing with Wong. So you just ride the hot hand.
2-0. That's a borderline strike. Right at the top of the zone, 2-1.
I mean, they both work well with the pitching staff, right? Connor's probably got a little bit better arm. There's no question about it. But Reese is doing a nice job throwing the ball, stopping the running game as well.
5-12, 5-4-12 to begin the year. He takes a ball here at 3-1. What a significant swing he had to go the other way to begin the 11th inning last night. It ended up being a double play that got the run home off the bat of Tyler O'Neill, but it wouldn't have been possible without this man. The 3-1 in there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Yeah, got the runner over to third base. The visiting team, you have to get at least 1 in extra innings, and he was a big part of the reason why they did. And we're able to hold on.
3-2. Here's the pitch. Inside corner, strike 3. Reese didn't think so, but he's behind the dish, so he'll give Nate Tomlinson a break. I think that was a strike, and they're 2 down.
Yeah, it was. Stripling kind of had set it up. I got him leaning over, right? There was some change-ups, and everything was kind of outer half, and got Reese kind of looking that way. The body was falling that way, and he tied him up with a heater in. As a hitter, you step up, think it's in, but you'll see it was a good pitch.
Here is Wilyer Abreu, who rips one into right field. That's a base hit, and that is encouraging. He needed that. 1 for his first 10 with 6 strikeouts, and that's more of what we saw last year for him. The Red Sox have just their second hit. The other belongs to this man, Jaron Duran.
Yeah, that is to get him going. I mean, everything he hit last year just felt like it was hard, and it found holes when he first came up, and they're almost willing to just accept the fact he's your future right fielder. And Tyler O'Neill you acquire, he's off to a great start, so you'll pick your spots with Abreu. Give O'Neill some days off.
Here's Duran, who singled his first time. Pitch. Strike. Bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Jaron has been on base in 8 of 11 plate appearances in this series. Just remarkable. Devers is out on deck. No score in the third. Stripling spins and throws to first. It's not the worst idea for Wilyer to think about going, but as Lou said, Stripling is really quick to the plate.
Yeah. And McCann behind the dish, too. 1.93 pop time. That's pretty good. That's above league average.
Here's a line drive off the glove of the third baseman at third, and Duran has got another hit. I mean, he's been the beneficiary of two plays that could have maybe been made that weren't. Both scored hits, and the Red Sox have 2 on with 2 out for Devers.
Well, you know you're going well, huh? Right now he is 2 for 2 with a couple of knocks, and I can tell you right now that if he was in the middle of somewhat of a little slump, Nevin would have caught the ball in the first, and Davis would have caught that one. It was just a off the end, almost like a little changeup to his right that he thought he was going to catch an ear, need to go a little bit further. It wasn't hit so hard and went off his glove. Another play that probably should have been made.
Here's Devers. They go, and the pitch is up the middle and snared by Stripling. Unlucky for the Red Sox. They had those bags stolen. Devers is retired on the first pitch, and so is Boston. He does not look quite right at the plate, although that was loud contact. We go to the bottom of the third, no score. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
It's March, and that can mean only one thing. The madness is here. Not in front of a TV on game day? Listen to every round of NCAA March Madness live from Westwood One, free in the Odyssey app. Catch all the biggest moments of the tournament, no matter where you are. From Cinderella.
A 15 seed will head to the Elite Eights.
To buzzer beaters.
Atkinson scores. 1.4 seconds left.
To champions.
For the 4th time.
Search for NCAA March Madness right here in the Odyssey app to get started.
Hey, it's Fitzy from Six Rings and Football Things. It's not just a podcast, it's the 25th hour of the day. Your weekly source for all things New England Patriots, right on time. Your time. In the car, navigate the streets of the NFL offseason with wisdom in your ear. We accompany every errand you need to run. Washing the windows or vacuuming the carpets? Don't just clean, conquer. Podcasts make you more productive because we fit perfectly into your schedule. Follow Six Rings and Football Things in the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Looking to create your own home paradise? Is it time to enjoy the health benefits of hot tub ownership? New England Spas of Natick, Auburn, Norwell, and opening soon in Warwick has a great selection of home hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunge tubs. Learn more at nespas.com. New England Spas, the area's most trusted local expert since 1978.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Hey, it's Reese McGuire. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Nick Allen leading it off in the 9-hole for the A's against Nick Pivetta. Not a couple base runners, but no runs. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Fastball again, and it's 0-1. Allen could not get a bunt down in a key spot in extra innings last night. Trying to lead off the third. 0-1. There's a shot into the gap in left center field. Duran over to his left. He will get there and make the play. There's one away.
You know, that was not hit very hard, but it was about the placement in left center. And, you know, this outfield defense is just a different level than what we saw last year. There's no way Yoshida's catching that ball last year. He's just not doing it. And Duran gets it with the foot speed. He makes up for it and gets over there. He takes a leadoff double away. Kind of play needs to be made, and it was.
Here's Ryan Noda, left-handed hitter. The pitch down and in. Curveball, and it's 1-0.
I mean, it's amazing, right? Like, we can kind of reference last year. That ball's a leadoff double.
1-0. Here's the pitch. That one's outside for ball two, whether you're off to the ballpark, dog park, or amusement park. Citgo, top tier. Tri-Clean Gasoline gets you going where you're going. Whether you're traveling near or far, when you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 2-0. High fly. Down the left field line, slicing toward the chalk. In comes Duran, and again, he's there to make the play. They don't have O'Neill in there today, but between O'Neill, Duran, Rafaela, and to a somewhat lesser degree, Abreu, they cover so much ground in the outfield.
Yeah, it's not like Abreu is slow-footed out there. I just think O'Neill maybe is just more polished, gets better jumps and reads. But Abreu covers some ground too, but there's no question. Left field and right center field last year were a complete train wreck as far as range go and getting balls that should be caught.
Here's Zach Geloff with 2 down, the bases empty. The pitch fouled under us.
Come on.
For strike one. For every 4-bagger the Red Sox hit this season, Red Sox Network donates $40 to Cars for Kids. Making our donation, you should too. 877 Cars for Kids, or go to carsforkids.com to donate your car today. I have an inkling about that, Lou, as a fastball misses inside, and it's 1-1. I got Casas in the 4th. What do you think?
Bomb Central?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Let me start thinking about it. I got to put it out there in the world, the energy.
1-1. Ripped down the left field line. Real trouble if fair. It is hooking and foul. Man. In the end, outside the pole by about 15 feet or so. And it's 1-2.
You can't sleep. We saw last night a couple of 2-run shots. You're in the 0-0 ball game here. I like night one a lot better. Kind of put 4-5 on them early on. Let them know that this isn't going to be their night.
1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. That was nasty. Great sweeper. And Pivetta has his second strikeout. It's a 1-2-3 third. No score after 3. Story, Casas, and Yoshida after this on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Baseball is back, basketball is heating up, and the NFL Draft is right around the corner. Listen to the latest on the teams you love with the free Odyssey app. The biggest sports radio stations in the country, providing unrivaled local coverage of their teams, all in one place. Exclusive interviews with players, coaches, and team executives, streaming live and always available on demand. Stay in the know with your favorite teams with Odyssey. AUDACY. Download the free Odyssey app today.
During this call to the bullpen, it's the perfect time to check out all the great content at buyfordnow.com. Find Ford offers you won't see advertised anywhere else. Search Ford dealer inventory for your dream vehicle. Compare Ford SUVs, trucks, and electric vehicles versus the competition. Calculate your trade-in value and learn about exclusive offers for military and first responders. So, visit buyfordnow.com and then see your New England Ford dealers.
Hi, this is Ryan Williams with 128 Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric, the official home service provider of the Boston Red Sox. With spring baseball in the air, it's time to start thinking about your air conditioning. And we're now booking our yearly air conditioning maintenance and free consultations in case you're still using those pesky window units. We have served the North Shore, Greater Boston, and Merrimack Valley for over 30 years. Check us out and book online now at call128.com or give us a call at 888-CALL-128. Go Sox.
Josh Minkowski. This is Home of the Sox, WEEI.
Trevor Story leading it off against Ross Stripling. Going to the 4th inning. No runs yet. Pitch to Trevor is a curveball for a strike on the inside corner. Trevor, in his career against Stripling, is 5 now for 15 with 2 home runs. Here's the 0-1. Chop foul outside of third. You were going to make a prediction. You still sticking with it, 0-2?
Yeah, story time. I'm going Toy Story here. Now, it's tough to do an 0-2 pitch.
Yeah, you said it before, so
yeah,
it sort of carries over.
Screw it. He's hitting a home run right here.
Stripling doing a little maintenance on the mound. Whether he does or not, the important thing is he looks so good at the plate, Trevor does. The 0-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out, tied him up. Third strikeout for Stripling. Here's Casas, who's second in the Herb Chambers batting order, brought to you by Herb Chambers BMW of Boston, Sudbury, and Medford.
Yeah, Trevor kind of started this year off 1 for 15. Remember that last game? He punched out the first 2 times in Seattle, and you're like, 1 for 15, 2 more strikeouts. And since then, he's gone 6 for 11 coming into today. Kind of like similar we saw in camp. Remember, tough start, and then got hot.
Here is Casas, who just missed one his first time here. He sees one all the way through the zone for strike 1. I often think that kind of a take is an encouraging sign. Tristan's very good at that. It's 0-1. In the 4th, scoreless. Play him on the infield to pull. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a line drive into left field. That's a base hit. That is the good stuff from Casas. He's got the Red Sox 4th hit, and it comes with one out ahead of Yoshida.
Yeah, you like to see these guys kind of now second time around start getting a little bit more comfortable. Story with that tough at-bat Devers, quick ABs. He really looks pull happy again. And I don't know if it's that shoulder. I didn't like him trying to get back to first base in that first inning, that line drive. Like he didn't want to dive head first and casually got back to first and doubled off.
Here's Massa. Strike. He has not looked good in this series.
No, he hasn't. And it's, again, that fastball was up and away. He kind of pulls it back to the pitcher off the end of the bat. He's been driving everything to left center. He just looks a little pull happy and anxious up there at the plate.
0-1. Pop foul on the third base side. That one will get out of play. We take 10 seconds for station ID. Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Will and Lou in Oakland as Yoshida will ask for time. He started the season so hot, did Devers. The shoulder pain caused him games 2 and 3, and then he did look really good in his first couple ABs in Seattle. 0-2 to Yoshida. Here's the pitch. High and outside.
It's weird, too, because I know the front shoulder, so it'd be the right shoulder for a left-handed hitter, left shoulder for a right-handed hitter. When that's sore or something's achy, you can tendency to really pull out. Get that shoulder because you feel like it's not strong enough and you got to cheat.
Here's a little looper into left field. That is going to dump in for a base hit. Pretty good read there by Casas from first. Yoshida, there it is, his hit for the day. And here come the Red Sox. They got 2-1 with 1 out for Rafaela.
Yeah. But with the fact that it's his back shoulder, it's not his throwing shoulder, it's his back shoulder for Devers, the left one. I don't know. I've never had that as a hitter, and if that's something that you kind of the same thing, you feel like get that backside to the baseball, you got to get pull happy with it, because that's what he's looked like here the last couple of days.
Rafaela, who in this series is 0 for 8. Does have a couple sac flies and a walk. 2 on, 1 out. Here's the pitch. And he looked at a fastball right there. That's the one I think he could do major damage on.
Well, that's part of it, too. Like, man, I swing too much. I want to take a pitch. If that's predetermined and you miss a pitch, normally that's the one you want to go after.
Casas at second. Massa at first. 0-1 the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's the one he doesn't want to go after. It's kind of that chess match between a veteran and Stripling and a rookie in Rafaela.
Yeah, you get caught in between. Hey, let's get back to being a little bit more patient. Let's see a pitch. Let's get into an at-bat. You almost rather have that no-thought Rafaela going up hacking all the time, and he's shown that if you make a mistake, and that first pitch was exactly that, he can hit it.
0-2. Stripling checks on Casas and throws, and that one's looped foul on the first base side. I also think it's situational and so dependent on the guy on the mound. I mean, Stripling is around the plate. He's not overpowering. And Cedon is a good bad ball hitter where even if it is a little bit off the plate, I don't think you mind as much if he's more trigger happy against Stripling. 2 on, 1 out. Scoreless in the fourth. Here's the 0-2. That's high. That's a good take.
Yeah, and this is Cora talked about before the game. He's like, listen, we could send him down to AAA and have him dominate down there and then bring him up after a month or two and then realize that there's going to be adjustments at this level in a month or two. Or we can just start developing it right now.
1-2. That's in the dirt. Another good take. And it's not quite the same as Pedroia, but make the plays defensively, which he's done, and figure it out at the plate.
Yeah, and just try to understand every week, every month, every game, every at-bat. Try to get better. Try to ask the how, like why. Why am I doing this? What should I look for?
2-2, swinging a chopper, foul outside of third.
And I think that's part of it. Having all the resources that he has with the hitting coaches and the veterans that kind of around him. He can talk to a guy like Story on right-handed side, O'Neill, and just go over thought processes and be better. Try to be better every month.
One thing he does not lack is confidence. Heard that in our interview with him after the game yesterday. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swinging a looper into shallow center field. That's going to get down for a hit. Casas had to wait to make sure. He's over to third. Yoshida up to second. There's a hit for Rafaela, and the bases are loaded with 1 out here in the fourth.
Well, we talk about Yoshida getting his 1 a day, and those are important for Rafaela when he gets pitches to hit. Kind of make sure he drops them in there for knocks. Everybody really to hold up because it was a soft-fisted line drop, and Geloff going back. It was really more of the second baseman that could have made this catch over his head. It drops in, everybody advances.
Well, here's Valdez, who had the in the series finale in Seattle. Does he have another in him here? Bases loaded, the pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, you got Houses over at third base. You got to get this ball a little deep in the outfield, get that sac fly.
Double play depth behind Stripling. Almost no speed at second and third, the 0-1. Swinging a little looper into right field. I don't know that it's deep enough to score Tristan. He tags at third. He is going to try it, though. The throw is not in time. It's a foot first slide. That's knowing the arm in the outfield, and the Red Sox lead it 1-0.
Yeah, that's Seth Brown out in right field. That scouting report, they knew they're going to run on him. Brown usually out there in left field, but Nevin's there tonight, so the lack of the arm in right field. That was a kid, Butler, from last night, who could throw the ball pretty well. I'm not sure he goes, but good decision there from Hudson and Casas.
The other two held up, so Yoshida at second with Rafaela at first, and here comes Reese McGuire. You just do not often see a throw like that from right field. Here's Reese, who was called out on strikes his first time, and now he reminds the home plate umpire, Nate Tomlinson, that Stripling's got to engage with him before coming home. So the Red Sox break the scoreless tie. Fourth inning is brought to you by Cars for Kids. Reese ready, the pitch. That's low. And it's 1-0.
Yeah, I just had to stand up.
You did.
More energy last couple innings.
I
couple
changed
guys
jackets.
on base. Yeah, that's what we do.
I was wearing this little blue thing the first two that the Red Sox won, so you know you got to do your part.
Yeah, we're superstitious too.
1-0. Here's the pitch. Little foul ball on the third base side. A gap shot here, though, especially with two outs. Rafael at first could easily score two.
McGuire's, we mentioned, come up with some big hits here already. 5 for 12 coming into it. Struck out his first at bat, but still, it's some big hits for him.
1-0 Sox. The 1-1. High fly into right field. It'll hang up, though. Brown in front of the track. Plenty of room to make the play. Hitting over, Red Sox do get the first run, and the way Pavetta goes in this ballpark, who knows? That might be enough. 1-0 Boston of the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Your car's dings, faded paint, and scratches aren't going to fix themselves. At Maaco, paint damage repair is as easy as book, quote, fix. Come to Maaco to refresh your ride with a paint and collision repair backed by our best price guarantee. Better get Maaco.
Baseball is back, basketball is heating up, and the NFL Draft is right around the corner. Listen to the latest on the teams you love with the free Odyssey app. The biggest sports radio stations in the country, providing unrivaled local coverage of their teams, all in one place. Exclusive interviews with players, coaches, and team executives, streaming live and always available on demand. Stay in the know with your favorite teams with Odyssey. AUDACY. Download the free Odyssey app today.
Hey, it's Fitzy from Six Rings and Football Things. It's not just a podcast, it's the 25th hour of the day. Your weekly source for all things New England Patriots, right on time, your time. In the car, navigate the streets of the NFL offseason with wisdom in your ear. We accompany every errand you need to run. Washing the windows or vacuuming the carpets? Don't just clean, conquer. Podcasts make you more productive because we fit perfectly into your schedule. Follow Six Rings and Football Things in the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Get the one and done you want for your dog's monthly protection. NexGard Plus, a Foxalon Moxidectin and Pyrantel chewable tablets. Protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. All in one delicious, beef-flavored soft chew. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventive. Ask your vet about NexGard Plus Chews.
Hey, it's Cutter Crawford. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
See Cutter tomorrow, rather Friday in L.A., the Angels' home opener, and the Red Sox hope to go down there with a series sweep in hand. They lead 1-0. Heart of the order due up for the Athletics. J.J. Bleday from the left side. Pavetta throws, and he spikes a curveball in there, ball one. One run for Nick, feels like 100. He has been so snake-bitten in his time with the Red Sox. They got him no runs in Seattle. And he has been the victim 6 times of being the starter in a 1-0 loss, which is just amazing. 1-0 is a cutter that misses inside, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, they gave him 1 run here today. Must feel like a lot. I'd like to see him give him a little bit more, but
1 run allowed in his last 23 innings overall. 2-0. That is high, ball 3. So strange to see a Red Sox starter walk anybody. He issued a walk in the 2nd inning.
Yeah. Those walks down, but Bleday's been swinging the bat real well. Started this year off 8 for 23. That's a 348 clip. Of course, he had a 2-run shot yesterday and a hanging changeup from Bayo, but he's swinging the bat well for them.
Here's the 3-0. That pours in there for a strike. The Red Sox now in 36 innings from their starters have 45 strikeouts and 3 walks. Pretty good. 3-1. Fouled back, so from 3-0 to 3-2.
Well, it started off 37-1. Wasn't it something ridiculous?
So are you getting greedy?
Well, that's the thing. It's not like it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
You wish it could be. So it's almost like when these guys, and I like the feeling of almost being like 3-0 and like what's going on? We don't go 3-0. We don't walk guys. Like, you're gonna walk guys. Sometimes it's intentionally, unintentional, whatever you want to call it. They'd rather do it at certain occasions of the game.
3-2. Swinging a ground ball caught by Pivetta. He's so good fielding his position, and he also, for whatever reason, decides after he catches it, he almost always does this crouched run halfway to the first base bag, makes the flip, and there's 1 away.
Some form running. Getting low explosion the first 5-10 yards of a sprinter.
He is an animal on the mound. And he's so locked in. Here's J.D. Davis. He can be so fun to watch. Pitch, chopper foul. On the Subaru of New England scoreboard, Aaron Judge has gone yard for the first time this season. 2-run blast in the desert. The Yanks lead the Snakes 2-1. Subaru of New England loves spring event is here. Drive away in a brand new 2024 Subaru. 0-1 to Davis. Outside. You have to check the numbers. He has not thrown that many sweepers here today, Pivetta. As he is now 4 hitters into the second trip through the order. 1-1. Pivetta just under his chin throws. High, driving to center field. Rafaela started in. Now he races back. He circles. On the run! It's off his glove and off the wall. He almost made another spectacular play. Rafaela flips it back into the infield. That would have been even better than the one last night, and he almost pulled it off, as it is a 1-out double for J.D. Davis.
Yeah, and he's not happy. Slams the wall after this ball gets dropped. This is an absolute rocket off the bat, and he has to go straight back over his shoulder. And when he gets to the track, he has to leap. It hits his glove. It kind of rattles around. He almost gets a hand on it, and the last minute it falls to the ground as he hits the wall. And I'll bet you if you ask him, he thinks he should have made that play. He was not happy that he dropped it.
Here's Seth Brown, left-handed hitter. Tying run at second, and a cutter misses high ball 1. I mean, that's the thing about these true unicorn defenders, where they think if it does hit their glove, they got to make the play.
It was 107 off the bat. 85% hit probability, so that would have taken another hit away from these guys, but this was a line drive directly over his left shoulder, and he just took off backwards, running for it. Leap, try to catch it over his shoulder. That would have been something else if he had made that.
To me, that's about the hardest play, because you have to turn and lose sight of the ball, and you know it's going to be deep when you get there. 1-0 to Brown, the pitch after a visit from McGuire. That one spikes in the dirt, a curveball, and it's 2-0. Not many humans on Earth would even have gotten a glove on that. Really spectacular. One down, a 1-run Red Sox lead. Pitch. Curveball crushed, foul down the right field line. Dropped the barrel on that, did Brown, but out of play, and it's 2-1. That thing went 389 feet.
In a hurry.
He only was in the air for 4 seconds. That, an 850 expected batting average. So,
yeah, and to be honest with you, Nick's lucky this ball was more of a line drive because it had definitely enough juice, a little more in the air. This thing's out.
2-1 to Seth Brown. 1-0 Red Sox. Pivetta comes set. He throws, and he misses inside. He's a little bit different in this fourth inning. We've grown so accustomed to him being spotless and efficient that loud contact followed by the second 3-ball count of the inning is unusual. Brown flying out his first time. Nick throws a 3-1, and it's chopped foul on the first base side. And now it's 3-2.
Yeah, this is one of those situations I was talking before. Like sometimes, listen, that base is open with 1 out. He is not going to give in here in a 1-0 game. He is going to execute his best pitch. If he takes it, walks him, great.
This one is swung on and missed. A 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and Pivetta is stalking around on the mound. 2 down, his third strikeout.
Yeah, that's nice. It's nice to know that you got that 95, 96 on top of the zone as well, because he's kind of cutting them and sweeping them down and in, and really just changed the eye level with this fastball in a zone that Brown hadn't really seen in that at-bat.
Nick now with 63 pitches, so kind of on track here in the fourth inning. He can get Rooker quickly. Swing and a miss. That was a big wave, but a slider way out of the zone. That helped Nick out, and it's 0-1.
I don't know if you need to throw him much more than that. He hasn't shown he can lay off a slider way off the dish yet.
0-1. That one looked more kind of like a cutter, but it was a slider. It's outside, and it's 1-1.
Well, he just did there. But Rooker, a couple hits last night. He was 2 for 17 right now with 12 strikeouts, 17 at-bats.
He's feeling it early in the year. The pressure, the 1-1 is high and outside. It's a very good time to shop at Shaw's and Star Market during the Berry Bonanza. Buy 2, get 1 free. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. Pivetta, unafraid to ask for a new ball. Flips one into the dugout.
You know, he's the master, too, of stalling. He kind of looked for the new ball and wanted to throw it back, and then decided to throw it in the dugout, took his time, walked off the mound, threw it, took his time before they threw it back to him, trying to buy himself a little time.
A little extra juice on this 2-1. Here it is. High pop-up, back of the plate. McGuire, will he have room? No, not. 3 rows deep, and the count is full.
But we've seen him do that with the pitch combo.
Yes.
But really, this time, did you see him? I mean, he took his time to throw it into the dugout, off into the grass.
Little lob.
Blew in his hand, turned his head, got back to the rubber. Actually, Reese held on to the ball a little longer before he threw it back. Like, just buying seconds to kind of really the only struggle he's been in the game, just to give him a little extra breather.
Tying run at second. 1-0 Boston in the fourth with 2 down. 2-2 the pitch. Shot down the left field line. Foul. Oh, that one was ripped by Rooker. But out of play, 2-2. I mean, and I bet you, and I don't know this definitively, but Nick is quite capable in that spot of almost predetermining that he's just going to ask for another ball, no matter whether it feels right or not in his hand.
Ball could have been perfect. But this is just about execution. That was a hanging sweeper. Stay away from that. Execute this pitch, and you get him.
2-2. Here it is. Fastball high in the air into center field. Rafaela, though, is back at the track. He leaps. He made another spectacular play. Oh, my goodness. Rafaela here in Oakland is putting on a highlight reel, and that keeps the Red Sox ahead.
He was not going to be denied this time. He takes it back, times it up perfectly, a step or two before the wall, leaps into the wall and catches this thing. I don't know if it would have got out, but it was definitely top of the wall.
That kid is something special in center field. We go to the 5th inning, 1-0. Thank you, Say Don, on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Your car's dings, faded paint, and scratches aren't going to fix themselves. At Mako, paint damage repair is as easy as book, quote, fix. Come to Mako to refresh your ride with a paint and collision repair backed by our best price guarantee. Better get Mako.
This is Matt Spiegel, and we are off and running with Season 2 of the PBP, Voices of Baseball. The very best play-by-play voices in the game talk about their craft. Hear guests like Joe Davis explain the thought process during baseball's biggest games.
You got to widen the lens. What does this home run mean?
Harper, the swing of his life!
Incredible broadcasters sharing great stories from your favorite teams with new episodes weekly. Find us on the Odyssey app or wherever you find podcasts.
Hey, it's Fitzy from Six Rings and Football Things. It's not just a podcast, it's the 25th hour of the day. Your weekly source for all things New England Patriots, right on time. Your time. In the car, navigate the streets of the NFL offseason with wisdom in your ear. We accompany every errand you need to run. Washing the windows or vacuuming the carpets? Don't just clean, conquer. Podcasts make you more productive because we fit perfectly into your schedule. Follow Six Rings and Football Things in the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, so there we were, cruising through the new open-air zoo, when I realized that the park was closing in like 15 minutes. That's when the afternoon took an exciting turn. Luckily, we were in my Nissan Rogue. With its powerful VC turbo engine, well, we had more than enough time to see all the animals. Whoa! And outrun a few!
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get 2.9% APR financing for 72 months on the 2023 Nissan Rogue. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. For well-qualified buyers, 2.9% APR financing for 72 months on new 2023 Rogue and dealer stock. Example, 72 months financing at $15.15 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to residency restrictions and NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends.
This is Tyler O'Neill. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Wilyer Abreu singled his first time. Takes strike one from Ross Stripling. We're still catching our breath after yet another breathtaking play by Rafaela. The 0-1 to Wilyer. Misses outside 1-1. He is unbelievable. That's so far back on that thing, right in front of the 400 marker. In fact, a little bit to the right of it. Here's the 1-1. Foul back, high fastball, 1-2.
Well, it gives kind of Pivetta a little moment to breathe a little bit because he should have given up a run here. That ball was hit 403 with an 88 hit probability percentage. 88%.
Mm-hmm. Not with him out there.
I mean, he's already taken. Last night took a run off the ball with that catch. Took another run off. I don't know how they figure out defensive run saves. In my mind, it's already 3 or 4.
No kidding. The 1-2 outside with a curve. It's just true, literal, game-changing defense in one of the most important spots, center field. 2-2. That's in the dirt, and Wilyer's worked the count full.
See, this is the thing. This is why you got to separate a little bit. Like, it's a 1-0 game. The deeper you get in, these guys kind of feel like they can get that big knock and lead off double, maybe leave the yard. You put 3 or 4 up there and just let the A's know you're not going to be able to put 5 on us tonight.
3-2 is rip foul, the third base side and out of play. So you're leading off the Herb Chambers batting order, brought to you by Herb Chambers Jaguar Land Rover Boston and Jaguar Land Rover Sudbury. 3-2 to Abreu. Pitch. Little pop-up on the foul side of third. There's so much room here, but will anyone get it? No. Wow, into the Bermuda Triangle. The third baseman, Davis, the closest to it, but he's not moving well. And Wilyer stays alive.
That's in most dugouts or over the dugout in most ballparks, and it was probably about 25 feet from theirs. A lot of room.
You got to have rangy outfielders, and you do have to have a foot speed third baseman here.
Well, it'd be nice to have one. I'd rather have him just rake and be a little slower.
That's a good point. You can hit 40, that's just fine. Here's a 3-2. High pop-up, this time more toward the line and back at third base. In comes Nevin. Out goes Davis, and it is Tyler Nevin in left field to make the play. Didn't you work out in Arizona with Chavi? The man who hit a bunch of homers, and he too had some range here in Oakland.
Boy, was he a good third baseman. He was a fantastic player, but a lot of those guys, Jermaine Dye out in Arizona, hit their golf course once in a while.
I hope you hit it as well as you did yesterday.
Yeah, hopefully I putted better. I can't remember.
Here's Jaron Duran, who's been on base twice. Pitch here is ripped into left field. That's another base hit. An inside-out swing. Could this be our first hustle double? No. He makes the first turn and wisely holds up. As you say, the Lizard was thinking about it, but I'm glad he put the brakes on. He's aboard with one down for Raffy.
Man, he's got 3 knocks here in the first 5 innings. And the first one he smoked to left. But these are the days to remember. You know, there's going to be some nights where things even out and guys make great plays on you or you line out everywhere. these are the days you remember that, okay, maybe that's evening out a little bit. That ball was a little jam shot to left, but he'll take it.
Throw to first. See if Rafi can be a little more patient, maybe think the other way, and whether Duran considers going. Lou, he is on base for the 10th time in 13 plate appearances, Duran, in this series. Rafi's in there, and he's running. Is outside. He stopped, did Jaron. So he thought he had a good jump. He realized maybe not, and that was almost like a quasi pitch out. Good thing he stopped, and that is ball 1 to Devers.
Yeah, up and away, good pitch to throw. And I mentioned before McCann, 1.93 pop. I mean, that's kind of like we're talking Connor Wong territory. We know he throws it well too.
Here's a ground ball up the middle that's going to be a double play to the shortstop. Allen steps on the bag too. Rafi is not feeling it here in Oakland, and the inning is over. We'll tell you about some amazing things Duran is doing in this season when we come back for the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-0. Pavetta back to the mound after this in the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Baseball is back, basketball is heating up, and the NFL Draft is right around the corner. Listen to the latest on the teams you love with the free Odyssey app. The biggest sports radio stations in the country, providing unrivaled local coverage of their teams, all in one place. Exclusive interviews with players, coaches, and team executives, streaming live and always available on demand. Stay in the know with your favorite teams with Odyssey, AUDACY. Download the free Odyssey app today.
Your car's dings, faded paint, and scratches aren't going to fix themselves. At Mako, paint damage repair is as easy as book, quote, fix. Come to Mako to refresh your ride with a paint and collision repair backed by our best price guarantee. Better get Mako.
Hey, it's Fitzy from Six Rings and Football Things. It's not just a podcast, it's the 25th hour of the day. Your weekly source for all things New England Patriots, right on time. Your time. In the car, navigate the streets of the NFL offseason with wisdom in your ear. We accompany every errand you need to run. Washing the windows or vacuuming the carpets? Don't just clean, conquer. Podcasts make you more productive because we fit perfectly into your schedule. Follow Six Rings and Football Things in the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
More details.
Hi, this is Von Grissom. You're listening to Home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Pavetta, it's hard to say this. He's only given up 2 hits and no runs through 4 innings, but he's not quite as sharp today as he was in Seattle. Pitch to Kyle McCann, left-handed hitter, misses high and outside, and he took the mound here for the bottom of the 5th, and he did some big-time stretching where he touched the rubber with his left hand, and then with his right arm he extended to the sky, opening up his chest and shoulders as he misses high here with a fastball for ball 2. So we're at Rickey Henderson Field, which always makes you think of great leadoff hitters and base stealing. 2-0. Missed somewhere. I guess a little bit high, and it's another 3-ball count from Nick Pavetta.
Yeah, he's missed with 3 fastballs. The first one was 91. Now, we just saw 93, 94. But the fastball command right now, he just missed with 3 heaters up.
3-0. That's in there. He took a little something off there. 93-mile-an-hour 4-seamer, and it's 3-1. So Duran is 6 for his first 6. He's got 6 steals in 6 games, which matches the start that Rickey had in 1989. Here's a swing and a miss. Rickey stole 93 bags that year, led the league. 77 the year before, in which he was 7 for 7 in 7 games to start the year. So if Duran swipes a bag, he'll match Rickey again, which is pretty good company. Want to lose former teammates, 3-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul back, and it stays 3-2.
Yeah, last year we saw a big boom, in the stolen base department. I think the stolen base percentage was historically high. I think we're going to see even more this year. Mm-hmm. Teams are understanding how to take advantage of it more and more.
3-2. On the ground to the right side, Casas bobbles, but gloves, and then flips underhand to the covering Pavetta just inside the line. So Nick works around another 3-0 count. McCann 1 down. And there's Tyler Nevin. Now, I was looking at Ricky's log once I was made aware of that statistical comparison. I mean, the guy was, as we all know, just spectacular. Basically, for the first 10 years of his career, if he played a full season, he led the league in steals, including 3 seasons of 100 and more. In 82, he swiped 130 bases. Here's Tyler Nevin, who takes a breaking ball outside for ball one. And then he was banged up in 1989 between the Yankees and the A's. And then 90-91 here with Oakland again, 65 and 58 steals as the stolen base went down a little bit across the game. 1-0 is chopped foul outside of third. And this is the one that really blew my mind, Lou. Just a couple of years before you started playing with him, he didn't lead the league between 91 and 98. And then in 1998, at 39 years old, he stole 66 bases. 1-1 is chopped foul outside of third.
Well, I played with him, I believe it was 02.
Yep.
And, you know, he didn't maybe have that same blazing speed. Even when he fall off, it's still some of the best in the league. But he still had his first step on first. He would get low. And I was always amazed the first 5 yards. And that's everything.
I think
a lot of guys are just fast. The first 5 yards.
No doubt about it. 1-2 with one down in the fifth. Sox lead by a run. Here's a ground ball on the right side. Casas dives but can't get it. There's a base hit, and Tyler Nevin is the tying run. Aboard at first with one down in the fifth. And those of us who are old enough to remember to having watched Henderson, that was what really stood out. You know, that menacing, he truly was a terrifying force over there at first base. You remember the tight pants around the muscular quads, and he would take that crouched almost like a predatory tiger leading off the bag. And then the way that he was able to swivel his hips and throw that left leg towards second. Here's Nick Allen, who hits a double play ball to short, but it's under the glove of Trevor Story. Durant picks it up on the ground, and the A's have 2 on with 1 out. I guess that's not the easiest chance. It was hit hard. It shot under the glove, but if Trevor fields that, he can just waltz to second.
Would have been an easy double play. I don't know if they're going to rule this one or not, but this ball was hit pretty well to his left, and he kind of drop steps and tries to pick it, and the ball just really stayed down. If he had picked it, it was probably an easy double play. Not sure what they're going to rule this. Looks like they might have ruled it a hit.
It's so hard, they're going to probably do that. So now the A's with 2 on and only 1 out. It's interesting. I mean, Trevor's got wonderful hands to both sides. You wonder if his propensity to always backhand balls maybe makes it a little bit different on a hard shot to his forehand glove side as Ryan Noda takes a cut fastball down and in. 1. But I'll just never forget those jumps that Ricky would always get.
A lot of times they say you guys got to be a little bit higher. You get too low, you can't get out of that crouch. But he was just a freak.
1-0. Swing and a miss. That's something Story does defensively.
Yeah.
Stays low. Charlie Rodriguez is going to get up and throw in the bullpen.
Yeah, Nick grinding here a little bit. Last outing when he went 6, he only threw 84 pitches. He now has, this will be his 84th, and kind of falling behind some guys here this inning.
And one of the leadoff man, Noda, the pitch. That's high and outside.
Yeah, that fastball right now, it's still an effective one, but he's not exactly pumping the zone with it. Throwing a lot more here today than he did out in Seattle.
2-1. Pitch low. Fastball. And another 3-ball count from Pivetta. There are a lot of things that are debatable in baseball. A lot of positions. There is no conversation worth having about who the greatest leadoff hitter is of all time. It's Ricky. 3-1. Here's the pitch. Curveball. He couldn't stop his swing. Might have been called a strike anyway, although the home plate umpire Tomlinson pointed at the bat. That's right in there, and it's 3-2.
3-1 curveball for a strike. That's something he actually did in Seattle a lot. First pitch curveballs for strikes.
Runners at first and second, and time is called late by Noda.
Yeah, you got Geloff is on deck. Maybe he'll give him one more hitter, but then it's Blade, lefty, Davis, Brown, the lefty. Little lefty pocket for Joely.
3-2. Payoff pitch. Little chopper on the third base side. Going to be a very tough play, and it's going to be a base hit. Pivetta picks it up with a bare hand down the line. And that's just a chopper with eyes. And that'll bring Andrew Bailey out of the dugout. It's amazing. Between the 4th and 5th innings alone, Pivetta has had 5 3-ball counts.
Yeah, not a sharp throwing the strikes. 87 pitches here. This was just a 3-2, kind of like a check swing, trying to hold up. I made contact and kind of laid what would look like a perfect bunt down at third base. And I think Bailey kind of just talking to him, get off the righty, the lefty is on deck, and every indication that this is probably going to be his last hitter. It's nice if he can get this ground ball double play.
Empty the tank. It's been one of the great features of this Red Sox team. Not that it was an easy play at short for Story, but he and Rafaela and others have made a lot of big, great plays behind this pitching staff.
Yeah, it just goes to show, it would have been a nice pick by Story. Probably turned 2. You're out of this inning already instead. You're staring at a bases load spot here and 1 out.
But here we go. That has thrown 87 pitches. This one is a curveball that misses high, maybe the sweeper. He's not sharp. It's 1-0. The 110th pitch of this game is brought to you by 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. 110 Grill, an official partner of the Red Sox network. What a spot this is. 1-0 with the bases loaded. The pitch on the corner. He got the call right at the top of the zone with a sweeper, and it's 1-1.
He's grinding right now. So I was talking about, it's the big leagues. I don't care what lineup you're facing. If you're sharp, you can go out there and beat any lineup. If you're off just a bit with your location, any lineup can beat you.
1-1. Broken back grounder up the middle. Story will flip to second for 1. Valdez to first. 2. Double play. Great turn by Trevor and Emmanuel. And Pivetta somehow, some way gets through it in Oakland. 5 innings in the books. He's not allowed a run here in his last 25. 1-0 Red Sox after 5 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Your car's dings, faded paint, and scratches aren't going to fix themselves. At Mako, paint damage repair is as easy as book, quote, fix. Come to Mako to refresh your ride with a paint and collision repair backed by our best price guarantee. Uh-oh, better get Mako.
It's March, and that can mean only one thing. The madness is here. Not in front of a TV on game day? Listen to every round of NCAA March Madness live from Westwood One, free in the Odyssey app. Catch all the biggest moments of the tournament, no matter where you are. From Cinderella's,
a 15 seed will head to the Elite Eights,
to buzzer beaters.
Atkinson scores! 1.4 seconds left.
To champions.
For the 4th time!
Search for NCAA March Madness right here in the Odyssey app to get started.
Take outdoor living beyond ordinary with Decorators Decking, available at Riverhead Building Supply. Make Decorators your choice for hassle-free, high-quality decking with a robust warranty. Choose from a variety of finishes and lifestyle-friendly features. Learn more at rbscorp.com.
Cup noodles is now in a paper cup. Now easier. Now faster. Now microwavable. The original cup noodles. Same noodles, same great taste. Now in a microwavable paper cup.
Hey, it's Fitzy from 6 Rings and Football Things. It's not just a podcast, it's the 25th hour of the day. Your weekly source for all things New England Patriots, right on time. Your time. In the car, navigate the streets of the NFL offseason with wisdom in your ear. We accompany every errand you need to run. Washing the windows or vacuuming the carpets? Don't just clean, conquer. Podcasts make you more productive because we fit perfectly into your schedule. Follow 6 Rings and Football Things in the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Rob Rest-Center. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
A big pitch by Nick Pivetta, and now Trevor's Story for the 3rd time at the plate, and he pops the first pitch on the foul side of first. The catcher, McCann, is there to make the play right by the Red Sox dugout. And on one pitch, there's 1 out. I think Alex Cora, very good time for a long talk with Rafi Devers. He called him over next to him in the dugout, and I think you and I both know what they're talking about.
Yeah, it's, I am surprised that maybe, with the off day tomorrow, and Cora does this a lot, give him a day game off, give him 2 days off, because right now offensively he just doesn't look right. Trying to pull everything.
Here's Casas, who takes a strike on the outside corner. Now, Nick was so fired up coming off the mound. Unsurprisingly, got a broken bat grounder, and good flip by Story, and a really good throw by Valdez. The 0-1 is ripped on the ground to second, but on 2 hops right at Geloff, and on 3 pitches in this inning, the Red Sox have made 2 outs. Joely Rodriguez is going to come into this game. He's back up in the bullpen.
Yeah, you would have loved to have gotten one more from Nick, but still 5 scoreless. You'll take it, and some defense behind him helped. He wasn't as sharp as he was in Seattle. The issue now is that I don't think Jansen Martin throw.
Yeah.
Okay, I think early in the year they're going to protect these guys.
Here's Yoshida, fastball high. I mean, Canley was really laboring. Martin told me yesterday that after this outing, he will be able to go back-to-back, but not yet.
Yeah, and then Wink threw 2.
1-0 is a strike.
Chase Anderson went 3 the night before. Yeah. So really what you're talking about is, can you get Campbell and Weiser at back-to-back nights, and you got Joely and you've got Slayton.
1-1. Strike, borderline on the outside corner. The code word of the game is Dinger. Make sure to enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points. I think that's the formula.
Slayton
we see multiple from Slayton again.
Close this thing out.
Be good.
Ty Jansen with saves.
1-0 Red Sox, 2 down in the 6th, and Massa fouls it off on the left field side.
You know, the reality is that Slayton has closer stuff. And you saw it in camp, and we would talk to a lot of people throughout camp. I mean, that was kind of the word for people outside the organization. Really surprised that Texas gave up on the kid.
1-2. On the ground up the middle, the shortstop Allen on the right side of the bag has it. He throws to first, a very quick top of the 6th. For the Red Sox, well, Joely Rodriguez got to come on and try to protect a 1-run lead. Bottom 6 for Joely. Next in the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Network.
Hey everyone, this is Brett Boone. Would you know it? I've got a podcast going strong in our 4th year. Tune in as I sit down with my friends, some of the biggest names in sports, media, entertainment, for a lot of fun and in-depth conversations. As you know, baseball's been my life. It's been in the family for a long time, but it's a lot more than that here. It's sort of like taking a ride in a golf cart around a beautiful track. Join me every week for multiple episodes on the Brett Boone Podcast, available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Spring is the season to find stuff. We're not going there. We're going here at findmassmoney.gov to see if you have money coming to you that you may not even know about. See if your name's on the list at findmassmoney.gov.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Hi folks, Joe Giacalone here, owner of Arch Painting, and it's time for you to get your game on. Are you ready to experience the ultimate slam dunk for your walls? Welcome to Arch Painting, where every stroke of our brush is a winning shot for your home or business. Want fast break service? We'll get your project done swiftly and efficiently, just like your favorite team on the court. Want an all-star team? Our skilled painters are the MVPs of the painting world, ensuring a top-notch finish every time. Want championship quality? Whether it's a small touch-up or a full-court paint job, we deliver winning results that stand the test of time. Don't let your walls sit on the sidelines. Let Arch Painting transform your space into a champion-worthy masterpiece. For a free estimate, give us a call at 1-844-ARCH-PAINTING or visit us online at archpainting.com.
Your vision brought to life. Arch Painting. Your vision brought to life.
Hi, this is Tristan Casas. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Bottom 6, J.J. Bleday to face Joely Rodriguez. Is already Joely's 4th appearance of the season. And he'll see 2 lefties in his 3 hitters. Already, Justin Slayton is up. Joely throws and a foul ball. A swing by Bleday. Red Sox baseball brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Now during Truck Month, get a great deal on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 47 years straight. Kenley Jansen just walked down to the bullpen for the Red Sox. 0-1. A little bit high and outside, 1-1. Another websites that track these things, I gotta pull it up for Joely Rodriguez, because in that Seattle series, I think he had the lowest first strike rate of any Sox pitchers. The 1-1 is fouled off outside of third. A very long run for Raffy, and he has no chance to make that play. The dirt on the track, and it's 1-2.
Well, that's the pitch he needs right there. That slider, that was a good one down and away because the power's just not there. Like that one was 88, which we saw in Seattle. Now, Joely Rodriguez, the one I remember, you talk about back in 2021, 94, 95, electric stuff, swing and miss. And right now it's pretty much 88 to 90. So he's got to locate and get this slider over.
Here's the 1-2, and that was not a strike with a slider. 2-2. Leading off the bottom of the 6th, 2-2. Ground ball on the right side. Valdez has it on a sort of tricky low second hop. He makes a nice pick, throws to first, and there's one away. First pitch strike percentage this year for Joely coming into the game, 36%.
Yeah, he's got to get ahead because he's got to kind of sink it, keep him off balance to that changeup. Got to kind of adjust to who he was, who he is now. Like locate the fastball, get the slider over, spot the change.
Here's the pitch to J.D. Davis. That swung on and missed on one. That's another first pitch strike. I bet you the league average, I'll get this number for the context of it, but probably in the mid-60s in terms of first pitch strike percentage. One out in the 6th. The one-run Red Sox lead as Davis brushed back with a fastball, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So now that sinker at 89, 90, 88 at times, the changeup he threw was a good one. 85. It's not much separation there. You're trying to create bad contact with that pitch.
Something happened mechanically for Reese McGuire. Maybe the pitch got him. He's got the helmet and mask off. Kevin Walker discussing things with Slayton in the bullpen. J.D. Davis almost had a double taken away from him in the 4th inning. That's the one that hit off Rafaela's glove before 2 hitters later. Brent Rucker did have one taken away. 1-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That's the great slider in that count under the hands, and it's 1-2.
It's about location, right? Kind of just down, just in. I don't care what the speed, velocity is on that pitch. It's still a tough one to hit.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That almost hit him again. Mark Canha leads the universe, longtime A, in getting hit by pitches. Two and two. Here it is. A little ground ball on the right side. Valdez has been busy and good. He throws 2 first. And Davis is out number 2. Canha signed with the Detroit Tigers, who sneakily are undefeated to start the year.
About it. We knew they're on the rise. Still looked at maybe Minnesota controlling that division. Interesting to see how the Indian staff got the rebounds, but Detroit was a team that was coming. Maybe they have arrived in that division early. We'll see.
Oh, rather 2 down for Seth Brown. 1-0 Red Sox. Swing and a miss. Another great slider, and it's 0-1. Brown in this game has struck out and flied out to left. 0-1 is looped into left field. That's a base hit, so he's aboard. You'd think that will bring Slayton into the game. He appears ready. With the right-hander Rooker due up, and indeed, here comes Alex Cora out of the Red Sox dugout. It's a very good time to shop at Shaw's and Star Market during the Berry Bonanza. Buy 2 and get 1 free. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. Buy 2 and get 1 free. The lowest priced item is free. Shaw's and Star Market is perfecting the art of fresh. So Joely's upset with himself there. All in all, pretty good job. But the run is aboard, and now another pressurized spot for Justin Slayton. We'll come back and introduce him. 2 down in the 6th in the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
During this call to the bullpen, it's the perfect time to check out all the great content at buyfordnow.com. Find Ford offers you won't see advertised anywhere else. Search Ford dealer inventory for your dream vehicle. Compare Ford SUVs, trucks, and electric vehicles versus the competition. Calculate your trade-in value and learn about exclusive offers for military and first responders. So, visit buyfordnow.com and then see your New England Ford dealers.
Have you been putting off new windows for your home? Now is the time to visit CCL in Abington.
We've partnered with Matthews Brothers in Maine to bring you the best in windows. Matthews Brothers has been making windows since 1854. Come check out our line of wicked awesome windows from Matthews Brothers at CCL in Abington. Make your home energy efficient in 2024 with Matthews Brothers windows. Check us out online at capecodlumber.com or visit the CCL showroom in Abington today. We are 100% employee owned and operated.
Hey, it's Connor Wong. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Now here's Justin Slayton for the third time. Made his debut in Seattle, the Rule 5 man. Gave up the game winner to Julio Rodriguez, a little blooper into right field. And then the next day earned his first career save with his first big league strikeout over 2 1/3.
He went 2 1/3 innings. He threw 15 pitches, 12 of them strikes, like 15 pitches in 2 1/3. So you hand the ball here, you know you got 2 1/3. Just sort of let him go, especially if he's as effective as he was.
Brent Rooker is looking to get some better luck. He was robbed last time by Rafaela. How about Nick Pivetta in his last 10 starts? 58 innings, only 42 hits, against 11 walks and 76 strikeouts. That's a rate of almost 12 strikeouts per 9 innings. Here's Rooker, 2 down. This is chopped foul outside of third. Andrew Bailey told me yesterday his goal is to make Nick Pivetta the most sought-after free agent pitcher on the market, make him a rich man, and so far, that might be happening.
Oh. Wouldn't mind a little extension there either.
Yeah, so much for free agency. The 0-1 is outside with a cut fastball, 1-1.
And that's the good thing about today is, again, like I said, people, I know you always talk about like these wins don't matter against this A's team, but it's the big leagues. And if you go out there and you're sharp, you can beat anybody. If you're not, they can get you. And if that was an outing where he wasn't sharp, you'll take 5 scoreless.
No kidding. Check swing. Did he go? I thought so. No, according to Sean Barber. Benefit of the doubt to Brent Rooker, and it's 2-1. Now 25 innings in this ballpark. He's not allowed to run.
That is crazy.
2-1. 2 down in the 6th. 1-0 Red Sox. Slayton gets a little weak ground ball to the right side. Valdez is going to make all the plays in this 6th inning. More great stuff from Slayton. We go to the 7th. Boston 1, Oakland 0 on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Take outdoor living beyond ordinary with Decorators Decking, available at Riverhead Building Supply. Make Decorators your choice for hassle-free, high-quality decking with a robust warranty. Choose from a variety of finishes and lifestyle-friendly features. Learn more at rbscorp.com.
Got dings, dents, scratches, or faded paint? Mako's got you covered. Refresh your ride with your refund during our tax season event, because your car deserves to shine. Head to Mako.com to schedule your estimate today. Better get Mako.
It's March, and that can mean only one thing. The madness is here. Not in front of a TV on game day? Listen to every round of NCAA March Madness live from Westwood One, free in the Odyssey app. Catch all the biggest moments of the tournament, no matter where you are. From Cinderella's,
A 15 seed will head to the Elite Eight.
to buzzer beaters,
Atkinson scores! 1.4 seconds left.
to champions.
For the 4th time.
Search for NCAA March Madness right here in the Odyssey app to get started.
Baseball isn't boring.
Let's welcome in Red Sox pitcher Tanner Houck.
I think we're at pretty close to max what the human body can do. I don't know how much more we can really get out of the human body in terms of baseball pitching wise. But now I think you're gonna see, people throwing sliders at 20 horizontal at 88. MLB The Show type stuff.
Baseball isn't boring. Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Hi, this is Liam Hendricks. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Ceddanne Rafaela leading it off for the Red Sox here in the 7th. He's made his stamp on this game already, Rafaela. He's got a hit, popped out, but a spectacular run-saving catch for the 2nd straight night. Here he takes a high curveball from Stripling that misses for a ball. And it's 1-0. You got the lefty. I think that's TJ McFarland warming in the bullpen for the Athletics. Here's a high drive over his head and foul. Down the left field line, you got Valdez on deck, then Reese McGuire. I mean, in a 1-run game, if they go to McFarland here, it is not out of the realm that Alex would immediately counter with Reyes and Wong. Here's the 1-1, and that's on the ground to third. Nice play there by Davis. He comes up, he throws to first in time. And there's one away. Look, Alex Cora does a great job mapping this out, protecting innings for guys, giving full days off, particularly with the catchers. But I think at this point, McGuire's played more than they would have expected in the beginning of the year. And so, especially with the off day tomorrow, I don't think he'd hesitate to put Connor in there.
No, I think they're interchangeable. It's just the way he views them right now.
But it's Stripling for now as Valdez takes a ball that's called a strike. He's not happy about it. That was way in. But instead of 1-0, it's 0-1.
No, I just think he looks at both these guys as interchangeable, and who's swinging the bat well, that's going to stick with him. And I think last year just Connor took that starting job, played more.
On 1 to Manu. Pitch. Swinging a looper into shallow center field. That's going to get down for a hit. And Manuel having a productive day on all sides. That's now his 4th hit in 20 at-bats, and he's doing it all as Reese comes up.
Yeah, he's been really good defensively. He turned a big double play for Pavetta, and I know Story started it, but he came across and stepped on the bag, and momentum going to third, threw on the run to first, and made all the routine plays, mixed in a couple really nice ones at second.
So here's Reese McGuire, who's 0 for 2 today. He takes a strike on the outside corner. 7th inning, sponsored by Sherwin-Williams, exclusive Sherwin-Williams Pro Plus program, help you grow and manage your paint business. You may have to be at Sherwin-Williams touching up the tile work that's been done at your house.
I'll be seeing those tomorrow. What kind of work she's going to do, because I know I'm not doing it.
0-1. McGuire hits one up the middle that's probably going to be a double play. Flip to second for one. Relay to first is in time, and the inning very quickly comes to a close. Handyman Lou will be back home mañana. Sox lead 1-0. Stretch time. Slayton back to work after this in the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Network.
Sox fans, the boys of summer are back, and the future is here.
Casas absolutely obliterated that ball.
Jarren Duran leading off with a home run.
With the free Odyssey app, you can catch every Devers blast with Hall of Fame Joe on the call.
Another opposite field home run for Raffy Devers.
Your soundtrack to summer is on Boston's Sports Original with every Sox game live on the Odyssey app with WEEI. Download it today. AUDACY. Live games available for fans in market only.
Got dings, dents, scratches, or faded paint? Maaco's got you covered. Refresh your ride with your refund during our tax season event, because your car deserves to shine. Head to Maaco.com to schedule your estimate today. Better get Maaco.
Hey, it's Joe. It's a very good time to shop at Shaw's and Star Market during the Berry Bonanza. Buy 2, get 1 free. Yes, that's right. Today through Thursday, pick up 1 pound strawberries, pint blueberries, 6-ounce raspberries, or blackberries. Buy 2, get 1 free. Lowest priced item is free. Short on time? Order ahead for a free curbside pickup or get delivery. Hurry in and save during this bountiful berry bonanza. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
You heard me talk about Transition Medical Weight Loss, and I'm telling you that the trend is taking over. Our marketing director has seen me and Kennedy in the office and wants to get those results for herself. She just started the program, so we're going to be documenting her results over the next several months. It's not just some magic pill that takes the weight off. The doctors at Transition Medical Weight Loss take the medical approach to help you change your habits so the weight stays off. You can find them online at TransitionSalem.com. That's TransitionSalem.com.
Hi, this is Vaughn Grissom. You're listening to Home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Justin Slayton returns to the mound for the bottom of the 7th, 1-0. Bottom third of the A's order, but before we get there, let's take 10 seconds. Station ID, Shaw's and Star Market, Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
1-0 Red Sox. Justin Slayton facing Kyle McCann, left-handed hitter, with a 1-run lead in the 7th and a comebacker right off the glove. Slayton calmly, though, picks it up, throws to first, stuck with it, and there's one down. Well, he is very cool on the mound, Lou.
Yeah.
Nick Pivetta is not. How about his emotion after that double play was turned behind him in the 5th?
Bases loaded, 1 out, a little off the end, ground ball to Story. The minute it got by him, they had a camera on him screaming at Story. And then as he flipped it, his head went to second, screaming, "Let's go." and then follow the throw to first and lost his mind on the double play to get out of that jam. I love the emotion. It's not many fans here as a shortstop, second base. You're screaming at me as I'm turning 2.
Here's Lawrence Butler, left-handed hitter. He is pinch hitting for Nevin, and he takes low. 97 on the fastball there from Slayton, 1-0. A little different to be a big leaguer and have your pitcher shouting at you.
in a place where there's not much noise.
He is so fired up on the mound. Is Pivetta. 1-0. Pitch, swing, and a miss. 97 again. You talk about the closer stuff.
Yeah, no, he is. This kid's different. He's got a good fastball, breaking ball. He's a lot of swing and miss, and he pounds the strike zone.
1-1. Pitch, high fly into left. Duran with the shades on. It's gotten more difficult. He circles around it, does Jaron. That was cool. To give himself a really best chance to field the ball, he does. 2 down. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full lineup that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com. Today, that is something he definitely worked on at Fort Myers, Lou, the angling of shoulders and hips to not lose a ball in the sun.
Yeah, it's kind of overcast, but then the sun kind of creeps out on you, sneaks up on you.
So here is Nick Allen, who takes a sweeper for strike 1. Allen singled his last time. 2 down in the 7th. 1-0 Boston. Feels like Seattle. On the scoreboard, the 0-1 is up the middle. The second baseman Valdez to his right, gloves on the leap. He throws to first. He got him. That is not a play Valdez makes last year. He has been fabulous. Great defense again. And we go to the 8th inning with the Red Sox leading 1-0 on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Hey, it's Fitzy from Six Rings and Football Things. It's not just a podcast, it's the 25th hour of the day. Your weekly source for all things New England Patriots, right on time. Your time. In the car, navigate the streets of the NFL offseason with wisdom in your ear. We accompany every errand you need to run. Washing the windows or vacuuming the carpets? Don't just clean, conquer. Podcasts make you more productive because we fit perfectly into your schedule. Follow Six Rings and Football Things in the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Matt Spiegel, and we are off and running with Season 2 of the PBP, Voices of Baseball. The very best play-by-play voices in the game talk about their craft. Hear guests like Joe Davis explain the thought process during baseball's biggest games.
You got to widen the lens. What does this home run mean?
Harper, the swing of his life! Incredible broadcasters sharing great stories from your favorite teams with new episodes weekly. Find us on the Odyssey app or wherever you find podcasts.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Things wrong? Fixing that. You reach a destination, and then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, well, life, Enterprise is right there with you, around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise, for lives in drive.
Hey, it's Rob Center. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
To the 8th inning we go. Wilyer Abreu, the left-handed hitter, against TJ McFarland. 1-0. Chris Martin is up in the bullpen for the Red Sox. He threw only 9 pitches yesterday. 1-0 is the score. McFarland at the belt. He throws. And Wilyer takes a strike. Wilyer, his last time, popped out to left, but he's 1 for 2 today. I think if the score were flipped and it was 1-0 Athletics, we would likely see Tyler O'Neill right here. But with a lead, stay away from him for now. Here, Wilyer, a little soft ground ball on the right side. McFarland off the mound. He gloves, he spins, he throws to first just in time to get Abreu, and there's 1 away. I mean, Slayton, hasn't he only thrown 10 pitches to get 4 outs?
He's thrown 25 pitches the last 2 outings, and he's gone 3 2/3 in 25 pitches. Like 10 pitches to get 4 outs.
In other words, you might be sort of tempted to put Slayton back out there and push Martin into the 9th.
Well, apparently, they kind of thinking Martin Jansen here to close this thing out.
All right, here's Duran, who today is 3 for 3, and he takes a ball inside, which Listen, that's the formula.
And to be honest with you, like Alex trusts both those veterans. And if they sit there, they say, listen, I'd like to get one more, right?
1-0. Little chopper foul.
Like, I like to go back to back. You know, Jansen missed a lot of time. If he's healthy and feels good, maybe both these guys are still trying to get locked in, although Marty is still putting up zeros. Maybe he listens to his veterans.
1-1. Durant takes inside it. Almost hit him. Love to get him on base because of his speed in a one-run game. Red Sox baseball brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Now during Truck Month, get a great deal on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 47 years. 2-1. Line drive into left field. Base hit. Duran is 4 for 4. What a series for Jarren Duran here in Oakland. Now he's on base 11 of 14 times. That is 10th hit. So it's not just that he's been on base, Lou. 10 of them have been hits.
Got hit by pitch a couple of times. He got a hit to lead off the 6th last night, scored that 7th rather off McFarland, tied that game up 4-4. He also stole a bag here off McFarland as well.
Love to see him go here. Big lead. McFarland is tough to go on as Devers cues one the other way. This is going to do the trick. Durant around second. He's going to get to third. Raffy chugging for second. No throw made. A ground ball the other way that was going about 50 miles an hour in the perfect spot, and the Red Sox have him at second and third.
See, I love to say I told you so, go the other way. I don't think this was on purpose. He was out in front of it off the end of the bat and just really hit kind of like this soft ground ball right down the third base line. Davis couldn't reach it. Durant obviously first to third, and Devers does a nice job of recognizing that, gets on second as they look to intentionally walk Trevor Story here.
Yeah, there are not too many base runners who would even try that to get to third on that play, but he's so fast it was easy for Jarren. And so now they're going to intentionally walk Trevor Story and face Casas.
And that's another thing, too. Remember, Nevin came out of this game. Butler hit for him. He's out in right field now, which took Brown to left field. There's no question the report beforehand was we're going to run on Brown, Seth Brown out in left field. We saw it earlier in a tag up from Casas. And Duran knowing that, Devers knowing that, they took the extra base on an arm that they knew they could.
And here now is Casas, who's hit the ball hard 3 times today. He's having a very good few days. What a moment this is. Bases loaded with 1 down. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. So rather than bring the righty in right then to face Story, which they could have done, they leave the lefty in. McFarland walk Trevor, set up the force, and go at Casas. 0-1. The pitch. That's outside. Good take by Tristan. And it's 1-1. You know, he's got 10 hits in this series, does Duran. 7 of them into left field.
Yeah, no, he's put on a show here with the stolen bases, getting on base.
1-1 to Tristan. Red Sox at every base. 1-0 in the 8th. The pitch. That's a really good take again on a sweeper. Outside, 2-1.
You know, this is a spot last year, too, where you're like, man, I couldn't have a perfect guy up there. More perfect, right? Casas kind of felt like he was always going to get the job done in that second half. This is big here. 1-0 lead in the 8th. I think they had some.
2-1 is a check swing, and that's called a strike. That was borderline. 2-2. Very interesting possibilities on deck. You got Yoshida, who is next to hit. They might do something with either O'Neill or Pablo Reyes for him, but then you figure Marcotte would counter himself. So it's about figuring out which of those matchups you prefer.
Yeah, do I like Yoshida versus McFarland? Or is there someone on that bench they like for that right-handed arm in the pen?
2-2 to Casas. Swinging a ground ball to the right side. Can they turn 2? Flip to second for 1. Over to first, double play. They get the job done. That is exactly what McFarland wanted, and because of it, the Red Sox waste a bases-loaded opportunity. Chris Martin coming on to protect a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 8th in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Your car's dings, faded paint, and scratches aren't going to fix themselves. At Mako, paint damage repair is as easy as book, quote, fix. Come to Mako to refresh your ride with a paint and collision repair backed by our best price guarantee. Better get Mako.
Get the one and done you want for your dog's monthly protection. NexGard Plus, a Foxalon moxidectin and pyrantyl chewable tablets. Protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. All in one delicious beef-flavored soft chew. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventive. Ask your vet about NexGard Plus Chews.
Baseball is back, basketball is heating up, and the NFL Draft is right around the corner. Listen to the latest on the teams you love with the free Odyssey app. The biggest sports radio stations in the country, providing unrivaled local coverage of their teams, all in one place. Exclusive interviews with players, coaches, and team executives, streaming live and always available on demand. Stay in the know with your favorite teams with Odyssey. AUDACY. Download the free Odyssey app today.
Baseball isn't boring.
Let's welcome in Red Sox pitcher Tanner Houck.
I think we're at pretty close to max what the human body can do. I don't know how much more we can really get out of the human body in terms of baseball pitching wise. But now I think you're gonna see, people throwing sliders at 20 horizontal at 88. MLB The Show type stuff.
Baseball isn't boring. Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Come. Hey, it's Tanner Houck. This is the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Chris Martin onto the mound as Kenley begins to limber up in the bullpen. 1-0 Red Sox. And Chris Martin has been awesome again. 23 consecutive scoreless appearances for the Red Sox, tied for the fourth most all-time. His fourth of the season, and in a one-run game. He badly fools Ryan Noda with a cutter. And it's 0-1. What do you know from Martin?
Just what he does. Just come to expect it. Well, that was a big inning there in the top of the eighth. Couldn't get one across.
1-1 the pitch. High with a fastball.
It's a big difference between having that one-run lead, right, and that two-run lead. God, we get a knock, maybe get a couple out of it. 3-0. Kind of breathe a little bit easier.
Noda is 1 for 3. Here's the 1-1. Fouled off. Another good cutter. So Alex, as you said, trusting his veterans. Martin and Jansen, a one-run game as they get the right-hander up in the Oakland bullpen. Kenley is going through his elaborate warm-up routine. At the moment, he's got a small, weighted ball that he's throwing into the netting above the Red Sox exposed bullpen. But his first act in that warm-up was a sight to behold. It is 1-2 to Ryan Noda. Martin is ready out of the stretch. As always, he throws. Swinging a ground ball. Foul outside first toward Kenley. He's going to go over and play a little soccer with it. He's feeling good down there.
Yeah, I'd rather have him just let it go by him. Roll your ankle on a foul ball.
Right, sore back. 1-2. Martin throws. Just low. So Kenley always starts getting loose with a huge, heavy medicine ball.
Yeah.
And normally he throws it against the wall. Like most of these bullpens have huge, padded, tall walls that he can just bang it into, get himself loosened up a little bit. 2-2. Foul back. No wall here.
No. So we have anybody like to catch the medicine ball that I'm going to throw at you? Right.
As hard as I can.
Yeah.
Charlie Madden, bullpen catcher. Got that task.
Well, 10 feet away, and he's chucking a med ball at him.
2-2. That's just outside. Now, Charlie won the closest to the pin competition in spring training, picked up about $9,000.
I thought it was $500.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Why you got to blow him up like that?
Now he's catching a weighted small ball with two hands. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball on the right side on one hop. Casas has it. He will take it to the bag in time, one down. It is so unusual that Martin has a 3-ball count.
Yeah, it really is. Listen, I like the fact, again, both these guys, neither one of them really had a camp. They had about a week and a half of actual games. Now they threw some live BP in the backfields, but so you knew the first week or two was going to be on their schedule. When are they available? What would you guys like to do? And it's like back-to-back days here for both these guys is a good sign.
So here is the right-handed hitting Zach Geloff. He takes strike one.
Because really, Slayton could have gone another. We saw him go 2 1/3. He only threw 10 pitches in the inning in the third, but he wanted to get both these guys in before the off day.
I was trying to figure out how it was that Chris Martin knows Noda as he fires strike 2 to Zach Geloff, and it must be because in 2022, when Martin finished the year with the Dodgers, he had some interactions with him because he was with the AAA Dodger affiliate. 0-2. 1 down in the 8th, the pitch. Swinging a foul because Chris, who's so stoic on the mound, after he retired, Noda had his glove over his mouth coming down the line to say something to the man he retired. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show.
How do you think that went from Big Rig?
That's his nickname in the clubhouse.
Hey, man, that was good. That bet.
3 balls. 0-2 is a line drive into center field. That's a base hit. Off the end of the bat, Geloff is thinking about it, but Rafaela quickly in. So the tying run is aboard with 1 down for J.J. Bleday.
Yeah, this was a little cutter. Not a bad pitch. Maybe caught a little bit too much of the plate, but Geloff kind of went off the plate and got it. A soft line drive up the middle. Now you got a dangerous hitter. Bleday 1 for 3 here today. Came in hitting .348. Hit a 2-run shot yesterday off Bayo. He's a guy right now. He and Davis on deck, swinging it real well here for the A's.
Yeah, Martin is soft-spoken but loud on the mound. Here's a double play ball up the middle. Story has it. He'll take it to the bag himself for 1. And a wide throw into the Red Sox dugout. Wow. First error all year for Trevor Story. That might have been one where he could have been better served to just flip it to Valdez for the turn, but he is so used to his own athleticism. What should have been an inning-ending double play instead puts the tying run at second with 2 down.
Yeah, even though he's lined up right over the bag, kind of in this shift, right, with the lefty up there, so he was closer to the bag than Valdez, but because of that hop, he kind of lost momentum, had to sit back on it, and then afterwards kind of rushed it, getting to that base, and just kind of threw it down the line. Casas really had no chance of getting it.
After a day of brilliant defense, that's a big play. So here now with 2 outs, a fastball misses high to J.D. Davis for ball 1.
If he was able to catch that ball with momentum going forward, like a lot of infielders, like you often do, it's an easier momentum towards second, but he kind of had to sit back because of the hop, change momentum, and then race to second.
1-0, fouled back. Imagine these guys have a lot of history. We'll tell you if we can in time the matchup numbers between Martin and J.D. Davis.
I said after this, you've got this bottom half of the order, but this right here is the biggest challenge in your lineup, veteran hitter like Davis.
Here's a ground ball off of Martin's glove. He scampers after it. No play going to be made. Another bad break for the Red Sox. Chris just couldn't leave it alone. It clipped his glove, preventing anyone behind him from making a play. A base hit, and now first and third. Not only is the tying run 90 feet away, but the go-ahead run is at first with 2 down.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy, too, because it was a one-hopper. Listen, pitchers, they throw the baseball, and they're not accustomed to it, but this kind of ball did come up to him, so it wasn't like really a tough pick. He just sort of missed it, and it scampered behind him as he went down on one knee in the slide, and that would have been a dangerous attempt to throw to first anyways. He slammed the ball against the ground 2 or 3 times, knowing he had an opportunity to get out of this.
He's hard on himself. That's 2 times now the Red Sox have had a chance to end this inning. You can't give even a low-level team like the A's too many chances. At some point, you will pay a price. Hopefully for Martin and the Sox, that is not here. They pinch run for J.D. Davis over at first base with Darryl Hernandez. So here is Seth Brown, who's 0 for 2 in his career against Martin. At the corners, 2 down. The pitch, pop foul on the third base side. Out of play, strike 1.
Boy, it just has a bad feel, doesn't it? Like you get the bases loaded, 1 out, Casas is up. You got a chance to extend that 1-0 lead. You don't do it. Then you have an opportunity twice now to get out of this inning. Story can't finish off the double play, and Martin misses the ball coming at him.
0-1. That's a strike on the outside corner. Fastball, and it's 0-2.
Of course, it's not really going to phase Chris Martin with it much. Yeah. Gets ahead of him 0-2, which is exactly where you want to be here.
0-2 with 2 down. First and third, a 1-run game in the 8th. Martin throws high fly foul and out of play. And it stays 0-2.
Yeah, four-seamer at 95. Got him been living with the cutter for the most part this year, but he showed him 95, elevated. If that's a change in eye level, see that split that's been so good for him, or just that cutter down and in.
0-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He got him. It was the splitter, and Martin escapes a jam. We go to the ninth inning. 1-0 Red Sox lead the A's on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
Your car's dings, faded paint, and scratches aren't going to fix themselves. At Maaco, paint damage repair is as easy as book, quote, fix. Come to Maaco to refresh your ride with a paint and collision repair backed by our best price guarantee. Uh-oh, better get Maaco.
It's March, and that can mean only one thing. The madness is here. Not in front of a TV on game day? Listen to every round of NCAA March Madness live from Westwood One, free in the Odyssey app. Catch all the biggest moments of the tournament, no matter where you are. From Cinderella's,
a 15 seed will head to the Elite Eights,
to buzzer beaters.
Atkinson scores! 1.4 seconds left.
To champions.
For the fourth time!
Search for NCAA March Madness right here in the Odyssey app to get started.
Hey, it's Fitzy from Six Rings and Football Things. It's not just a podcast, it's the 25th hour of the day. Your weekly source for all things New England Patriots, right on time. Your time. In the car, navigate the streets of the NFL offseason with wisdom in your ear. We accompany every errand you need to run. Washing the windows or vacuuming the carpets? Don't just clean, conquer. Podcasts make you more productive because we fit perfectly into your schedule. Follow Six Rings and Football Things in the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Breathing Claritin Clear is like a rose of a rose. I could sniff just you all day. This one smells like a red. It is a red.
Is he Claritin Clear? Yeah.
Claritin D combines two powerful ingredients for double-action relief from allergy symptoms and nasal congestion, so you can breathe better. Available behind your local pharmacy counter without a prescription. Use as directed. Live Claritin Clear.
This is Tyler O'Neill. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Masataka Yoshida to lead it off in the top of the ninth for the Red Sox, who lead 1-0 against a new bullpen arm for the A's, Michael Kelly, right-hander. He pitched the ninth inning of that blowout on Monday night, and here Masa takes a pitch outside for ball one. Stripling, McFarland, and Kelly. Here's one that's down and in after Yoshida for the Red Sox in the Herb Chambers batting order. It'll be Rafaela and Valdez.
96 from Kelly. He's got two different sliders. The sweeper and the more traditional one.
2-0. Pitch. That's not a strike. Breaking ball outside. Ball three. Yeah, you would like to tack on a little insurance here.
Yeah, that's what you could have done the top of the eighth. You didn't. Kenley coming on with one. Listen, he'll take a 2-3 run lead all day.
He's on the mound throwing the 3-0. Taking all the way. And good pitch for a strike on the outside corner. Hoping Kenley can retire the side in the ninth to lock this thing down. Retire the side brought to you by AZEK Exteriors. Featuring new AZEK bevel and shake siding engineered to deliver classic beauty without all the maintenance. Yoshida takes a 3-1 on the corner for a strike.
That slider 89 back door a couple times. Doing a sweep about 82, 83, way down and in. Pretty good feel for that backdoor slider. Maybe you see it again.
18 hits in this game and only one run. Here's the pitch. That is strike three called on the outside corner. Yoshida ahead 3-0 and just a little too patient there. He takes strike three. 18 hits, of course, between the two clubs. 10 for the Red Sox, 8 for the A's. And here now is Rafaela.
Yeah, still Red Sox 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Usually with 10 hits.
Here's a little bunt on the first base side. Tough play for Kelly. He gloves, flips, and a head first slide. Rafaela is out over there. Good idea, but he just couldn't get it past the pitcher. Very nicely done by Kelly, and Rafaela is out number 2.
Yeah, it was a good idea, and it was actually a good angle as well. It's just that it was bunted softly to the point where Kelly could get off the mound and get it. The idea is to get that ball somehow to Noda, make him feel that, and then you beat Kelly to the bag. But Kelly did a nice job getting off the mound.
See if Manuel tries to ambush here. He takes a breaking ball for strike 0-1. Well, looks like Kelly's going to have a one-run lead in the bottom of the ninth inning after getting the Red Sox into extras last night. 0-1. That's another strike. Bottom of the zone. A lot of spin for Manu, and it's 0-2.
Well, he's going to have 6, 7, 8, 9.
Why does he have to face 9?
Well, he could be in the hole watching everybody shake hands. That'd be ideal.
0-2 with 2 down. Here's the pitch. High with a fastball. Valdez has had a really good first 2 series.
He has. Defensively, he's been a lot different this year. Making the routine plays and the occasional great ones.
1-2, the pitch. Fouled off. He was trying to double the lead. That play that he made, Lou, to end the 7th inning behind the second base bag was awesome.
It was. I thought it was interesting. Cora saying before the game that one of the things they had him do in the offseason, they wanted to improve his arm strength. Because sometimes if you feel like you don't have the arm, you kind of can rush the fielding part of it.
High and outside.
For a second baseman, to your left, you're not worried about your arm. It's a ball right, to your right, a step or two up the middle, turning double plays. And if you feel like you don't have the juice, arm strength-wise, you can rush that fielding because you got to get rid of it quick. Cause a lot of errors.
2-2 is fouled back. It's basically the same thing they do with pitchers. He threw a lot of weighted balls, long tossing. So far, the results are good.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of panic in his game in the field. He's been pretty solid, very solid.
2 down, top 9. Red Sox leading 1-0. Valdez swings and misses. He is gone. The inning is over. Well, Kenley, who's done this so many times, has to protect a 1-run lead. If he does it, he'll have the 6th most saves all time, and the Red Sox will have a series sweep. 1-0, bottom 9. Kenley on after this in Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Baseball is back, basketball is heating up, and the NFL Draft is right around the corner. Listen to the latest on the teams you love with the free Odyssey app. The biggest sports radio stations in the country, providing unrivaled local coverage of their teams, all in one place. Exclusive interviews with players, coaches, and team executives, streaming live and always available on demand. Stay in the know with your favorite teams with Odyssey, AUDACY. Download the free Odyssey app today.
Got dings, dents, scratches, or faded paint? Maaco's got you covered. Refresh your ride with your refund during our tax season event because your car deserves to shine. Head to Maaco.com to schedule your estimate today. Better get Maaco.
Baseball isn't boring.
Let's welcome in Red Sox pitcher Tanner Houck.
I think we're at pretty close to max what the human body can do. I don't know how much more we can really get out of the human body in terms of baseball pitching wise. But now I think you're going to see, people throwing sliders at 20 horizontal at 88. MLB The Show type stuff.
Baseball isn't boring. Available on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast.
Hi, this is Cutter Crawford. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
All right, Kenley is onto the mound for the bottom of the 9th. 421 career saves, one shy of Billy Wagner for the 6th most all-time. A little bit laborious last night. Alex Cora told me before the game today that even though the velocity was down, the shape and movement and spin on his cutter was very encouraging. He'll need it here. It'll be Brent Rooker, then Kyle McCann, and Butler for the Athletics in the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah, he's talking about how that cutter shape is kind of unique. And whether it's not necessarily that vertical drop, a little run to it, kind of different look for a lot of hitters who've seen cutters.
So here's Rooker, who was robbed by Rafael. He's 0 for 3. 1-0 Boston. A win here would sweep this 3-game series. Pitch to Rooker. High fly. That'll do the job. Just in a shallow center field. Rafaela with the shades on. Right underneath it, that's a can of corn, and there's one away. Just what the doctor ordered. So Kenley with 421 saves. The next would Ty Wagner for the 6th most. Then John Franco, 424. K-Rod, 437. And then probably next year sometime, Kenley will aim for Lee Smith at 478. Here's Shea Langoliers pinch hitting for McCann. 1 down in the 9th. Kenley throws. Cutter misses high for ball 1.
And that's where he really ran into some trouble last night. Kind of missing fastballs up in the zone, falling behind hitters. He likes living with that cutter at the top of the zone.
1-0. 1 down in the 9th. Here's the pitch. That one is again high, and it's 2-0. The look on Langolier's face last night when Rafaela took that one away from him was priceless. True disbelief. 1-0 Red Sox. Bottom 9 with 1 down and the bases empty. The 2-0. That's high again. And it's 3-0. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show.
This was interesting, too, because you got Toro's the only guy who's got in his bench, but Langoliers, the other catcher, you can't really run for him, so
try to get him to tie the game here. 3-0 the pitch. That is a strike right on the inside corner. 3-1.
Yeah, that one was 89. Maybe took a little bit off of it just to get that strike, but again, this velocity was so high last year. Lately we've seen 91 with that cutter, 92.
3-1. That is inside. He walked him. So the tying run is aboard. Kenley not happy with himself there. Tying run at first for Lawrence Butler.
You know, we did see, I think it was last night, I think in that 9th inning he came in with Noda. And I believe that last pitch he threw was about 95. Remember, he just humped up and found it to get out of that inning. That one there, velocity was down a lot to Langoliers.
So here is Butler. A hot shot on the infield could end the game. Langoliers does not run well at all. Butler does. 1-0 Red Sox. 1 down in the bottom of the 9th in Oakland. Kenley is ready. He throws. And a high foul. Third base side now to play. And it's 0-1. Butler came on for Nevin in the 7th. Fly to left. Outfield is deep, especially in center. 0-1. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He lost his helmet. That looked like it had a little more, but still only 91, and it's 0-2.
That's what's big, him getting ahead. You know, last year at times, like Kenley would walk a few guys when he wasn't feeling it that night, but be able to walk a guy and then come back and get ahead 0-2, that's just being a veteran, understanding the job.
Jansen is ready. And the 2-strike pitch. Just outside with a cutter. It's amazing. The night he got his 400th save last year in Atlanta, he told me, on to the next. I want 500.
Yeah.
Mentality of an all-time great 9th inning pitcher. Time is called, I think, by McGuire.
He's sitting on 421 right now. I mean, if you think about it, he's healthy for the next 2-3 years. I'd say probably this season, next season, at some point the season after, he's going to get 500.
Could be a little bit of a reach to get to Mariano, who's got 652 saves.
Good night. Has he got 7 more years in him?
Trevor Hoffman with 601. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lawrence Butler. Jansen throws high with a cutter. That's been the miss. And it's 2-2.
Well, I think he'd rather miss up there than miss down, say down and in, especially the lefty. That cutter is more effective up in the zone, up and in, crowding a guy.
2-2. Here's the pitch. That is so close, but a ball. It is outside. And the count is full.
Looks like Toro's going to be on deck here. He's going to hit for Allen. Hope he doesn't get to it here.
3-2. Runner aboard is the tying run with 1 down in the 9th. Pitch. That is low. He walked it. Wow. So Kenley, after needing 1 pitch to get the first out of the inning, walks the next 2. He's got his hands out asking Nate Tomlinson where that missed. You almost never see that from Kenley.
Yeah, no, that was a good pitch, and see Kenley react the way he did. That's going to get Cora kind of out chirping a little bit to Nate Tomlinson behind the dish. That is just maybe down, but 93, a little cutter back door, tried to clip the corner, but you had him 0-2. Get Butler 0-2 on that one, ended up throwing 4 straight balls.
So close that one was. Now you got to regroup, and again, it's very fortunate that Langoliers is the runner at second base with 1 out because Kenley just doesn't stop the running game. Now here's Abraham Toro pinch hitting a ball into the gap, could win the game. 1-0 with 1 down. The pitch is outside. And that's ball 1. Again, you trust your guy who's on the roster to close games, who's done it so often. These kinds of moments don't bother him. But it is unusual for him to go back-to-back quite this soon. The 1-0. That's a strike. Cutter. And it's 1-1. Toro batting for Nick Allen, who is 1 for 3. 2 on, 1 out. Kenley's 1-1. Swing. Now, obviously, love a strikeout here. Better yet, something hard hit at a middle infielder.
Yeah. Looks like Huddy's trying to get Rafaela shifting over behind on the left side of center field.
Especially with 2 strikes. Here it is. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Story flips to second for 1. Valdez to first, and it's off the bag. Casas did really well to come off the bag and field that thing, but the Red Sox get just what they wanted, and they don't turn a double play that would have ended the game. Now the tying run is at third with 2 outs for Ryan Noda.
You know, this is similar to the other one where Story took it himself. He does the right thing, but because it's a lefty, Valdez is shifted way over. And the last 2 time double plays he's turned, he's actually kind of caught that ball as he's running to third. And kind of crosses the bag and tries to throw across his body to Casas. Did a great job turning it earlier, but this one he just sort of yanked off the bag. It looked like to me like he had a little more time than to continue running over the bag.
Well, the Red Sox have done this too often in this game. They've given the A's extra outs and opportunities. Now Kenley's got to really hunker down. First and third, 2 down. Sox ahead 1-0.
Now you got a base stealer on first base, too, who can run a little bit.
Here's the pitch, and that is on the ground, foul outside of first. It may seem like a subtle thing, but I'm telling you, that decision and that agility by Casas over at first base to come off the bag and keep that from going into the dugout, I'm not sure he does that last year. For now, the Red Sox stay ahead, 0-1. 2 down in the 9th. Kenley throws, and he misses high, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Toro at first is not really, he's only got 2 or 3 bags in the year, but it's not exactly Langoliers, and with the way Kenley is so slow to the plate, he could still take a chance of getting that winning run at second.
1-1. Kenley shimmies the hips. He's ready, the pitch. Swinging a foul. Straight back, and the Red Sox are a strike away.
Well, you talk about it, too. There's been not the cleanest game defensively. I think they've played outstanding defense the first 5 games here in the year, 6 games of the year. Today they've given the A's many opportunities to get back into this game.
Red Sox fans on their feet here in Oakland for maybe the final time in this old building. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kenley is ready. He throws high and outside with a cutter, and it's 2-2. Couple of walks in this inning for Jansen. Nearly a double play turned, and now 1 strike away. 2-2. The pitch. Strike 3. He got him. Kenley blows Noda away. His 422nd career save, tied for the 6th most all-time. The Red Sox sweep this 3-game series in Oakland, and if this is the final time they come to this building, what a way to say goodbye.
Well, this wasn't the cleanest game we've seen all year. They've dropped the game 1-0 in Seattle. Now they pull one out here in Oakland, 1-0, and I think you basically came here and did exactly what you would have loved to have done, and that's take 3 ball games here in Oakland. You have enjoy your off day, nice little flight to Anaheim, and get ready to take care of the Angels. But this is a good win for the Red Sox.
They've won 4 straight. They're now 5-2 heading to Anaheim. They have the off day tomorrow. And the ball to Cutter Crawford. I mean, this was a battling effort by Pivetta. Red Sox missed some opportunities to pad their lead, but it was just enough. The run they got on the sac fly from Enmanuel Valdez. A great read by Kyle Hudson at third base to send the runner Casas because of the weak arm out in right field. 4 more hits from Jarren Duran, and the Red Sox have swept the Oakland Athletics here with a 1-0 heart-racing win that came down to the very end here in the 9th.
Nick Pivetta, 1-1. Lost a game 1-0, won a game 1-0. I'd like to see him maybe get a few more runs, maybe run support in the next one.
Well, and he has gone 25 innings in this ballpark without giving up a run, and a man who was all over the base paths in this 3-game series. Jarren Duran joins us now. Jarren, my God, you were all over the place in this series, starring last night and again tonight. 4 more hits. You get 11 hits in this series, and 10 of them went to left field, Jarren. You have to feel so good right now about where you are.
Yeah, I mean, I've just been grinding my butt off in the cages, just trying to feel good. It's baseball. Every day is an up and down, so I'm just trying to have the consistent and quality at bats. I'm hitting line drives to left field, but, just having the quality at bats and battling pitches off is what I'm really looking for right now.
Jared, you talk about battling. Isn't that kind of what the first week of the season is, right? Just kind of try to get into the routine and try to get as many W's as you can, and you guys find different ways to win ball games, which is the most important thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like these are the grindy days coming out of spring training, all that hot weather, and then you get right back into these intense games. And we have games like today where it gets scary towards the end. But yeah, I feel like these are the days where you got to grind and get comfortable and try and find your swing for the rest of the season.
What's it like to have a front row seat for these plays that Rafaela has made the last few days? I mean, he almost made 2 of them today going back to the wall. What's it like watching that guy go get it in center field?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, sometimes I catch myself paying for a ticket in left field watching. I'm like, oh wait, I got to go back up here before Huddy yells at me. But and he's such a great outfielder. I mean, he missed the one before, but that's how good of an outfielder he is that he shook it off and he literally made a great play the next one. So that just shows how much composure he has as such a young guy, and I cannot wait to see him for the rest of the season.
Jared, you're here last year. You saw how it was a struggle sometimes for starters to go 5 or 6. You're getting it all the time. Maybe Nick wasn't as sharp as he was in Seattle, but again, if 5 innings, no runs isn't sharp, we take it all day long.
Yeah, I mean, Nicky P's a dog, man. He always comes in ready to compete, and I love what he brings us on the mound. So, I mean, I know we'll get our runs for him eventually, but I'm just happy the way he pitched. I can't wait to hear his happy voice on the bus today.
Last thing, Jarren, I think it's so cool how you've been open about the things that you're working on personally, and trying to be more grateful and centered and appreciative of letting you be you. You got this gratitude journal where you're trying to do things that make you happy every day. Can you just maybe on Friday in Anaheim put for another sweep in the thing you're trying to get done against the LA Angels?
Yeah, I'll definitely put that in there and circle it a couple times for the boys.
But in honesty, has it helped you, center yourself in this season? You're making so much progress there, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it just helps me get out of my own head and kind of put it on paper, and then just be thankful for all the blessings I have. Like, I get to play baseball for a living. Like, I got great teammates, great coaches, great staff. Like, I get to hang out with these guys every single day. Like, there's nothing else I would want to be doing. So I just got to keep reminding myself of all the positives and don't let the bad things sneak in my head.
And by the way, the blonde hair seems to be working.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we'll see how much longer I keep it. I mean, it's giving the fans something to chirp me about, so I might have to go soon.
4 knocks, you'll keep it. Thanks, Jarren. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
All right, that's Jarren Duran. And Garrett Whitlock, I guess because it was an early start, this is a bullpen day for him, so he's getting some catch in out on the field for the Red Sox. Lou, the Red Sox did so many things well in Seattle against that great staff. They pitched so well. They just came up short. Could have easily taken 3 or 4. But the one thing they didn't really have going was electric offense at the top of the order. That changed in a major way in Jarren Duran today.
Yeah, we were talking about Seattle, right? The offense was struggling a little bit. Of course, you're going against elite stuff and one of the better staffs in the game. And, he had one hit in that series, and it was like, you really got to get him going. And you knew it would soften up a little bit here in Oakland, but he's so electric that when you see him take that extra base, when you see him steal those bags and ball goes into center, he ends up on third base, creates runs with his legs. It just energizes everybody in that dugout. It just lifts you all up. Like you want to go out there and play the game harder by watching this guy run the bases. So it was exciting, it was electric, and he was a big part of coming out of here with 3 W's.
How many times we come here the last few years, Lou, with the A's down and said these feel like games you have to win. I mean, everybody's going to get at least 6 of them against this club, and you have to take advantage. And for the first time in a long time, the Red Sox actually did.
Yeah, and you came here last year and dropped 2 out of 3. It was a very similar team. I mean, this is the big leagues. If you don't play well, you're going to lose. And the Red Sox tried to kind of get him back into this game at times, but I was looking at it. They were like 5 for 16 against some of the worst baseball teams in baseball last year. The NL Central was not good. They did not play well against those teams. And those things just sort of add up. Everybody gets to play Oakland. Maybe later on in July a team plays them and they actually have a really good 10-day stretch and playing good baseball. Right? It's about when you catch teams. But when you play a team like this, you respect them. You go out there every night. They're a big league club. And then you get in that plane. If you win 3 straight, then it's like, okay, time to move on. You got to stay focused every day.
And I believe that has a chance to be, with the off day tomorrow, the happiest, loudest, most fun plane ride of the year.
Oh, I would imagine so. Come out of this thing 5-2. Now the belief system starts kicking in, right? We heard these guys in camp believing in themselves, everybody doubting them, that what we can do and who we are, what kind of players we have. And when you come out and you go 5-2 here in the first couple series on a West Coast trip that not easy to do to start the year, that's very satisfying.
Absolutely. Fantastic job. We'll step aside and come back with the Nissan post-game show from Oakland, 1-0. Final score, Sox sweep the A's in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Network.
Got dings, dents, scratches, or faded paint? Maaco's got you covered. Refresh your ride with your refund during our tax season event because your car deserves to shine. Head to Maaco.com to schedule your estimate today. Better get Maaco.
Breathing Claritin Clear is like
a rose of a rose. I could sniff just you all day. This one smells like a red. It is a red.
Is he actually stopping to smell the roses because he's finally getting relief from his allergies and congestion? Yeah.
Claritin D combines 2 powerful ingredients for double action relief from allergy symptoms and nasal congestion, so you can breathe better. Available behind your local pharmacy counter without a prescription. Use as directed. Live Claritin Clear.
Get the one and done you want for your dog's monthly protection. NexGard Plus, Afoxolon or Moxidectin and Pyrantel chewable tablets. Protects against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. All in one delicious, beef-flavored soft chew. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection prior to starting a preventive. Ask your vet about NexGard Plus Chews.
Hey, it's Fitzy from 6 Rings and Football Things. It's not just a podcast, it's the 25th hour of the day. Your weekly source for all things New England Patriots. Right on time. Your time. In the car, navigate the streets of the NFL offseason with wisdom in your ear.